hear is how much you love me and enjoy watching me play. That my worth isn't determined by my performance. That even on my worst day, I am worthy. That you see me learning, growing, and doing my best. And that is enough.
This message presented by the WIAA and the Washington Secondary School Athletic Administrators Association.
This is KVET AM Austin, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, an iHeart radio station, and your home for the Horns. Reed Human.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns. 1300 The Zone.
Good morning, Austin, K-Town, Pflugerville, Leander, H-Town, Pearland, Mo City, El Paso,
San Antonio, and Silsbee, Texas.
Or wherever you may be listening. This is a Turn the Page Tuesday edition of the Morning Kickoff, right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on that iHeartRadio app. We are 11 days away from the start of the football season. Coach Sark spoke with the media and talked about the scrimmage recap, arch, defense, and the state of college football. SEC teams have now made their QB choices. Coach Shoddy is talking about the players in camp. The Texans signed one of our favorites from the ATX. The NCAA is tripping again, but so are these coaches. And Q Myers of Raiders Nation talks the Las Vegas Raiders and Fernando Mendoza at 8:17. I am your host, Mike Hardball Hardge. My co-host is a WWE Hall of Famer and recognized as the world's strongest man. He is the Mark Henry.
Good morning, Austin.
And we've got our guy Eric behind the boards. And if you want to be a part of the show, all you got to do is text the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. That's the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. Also, if you want to voice your opinion, all you got to do is use that talkback feature on the new and improved and always free iHeartRadio app. If it's good enough, you might hear it on air.
Good enough.
But if not, we won't talk bad about you. I promise you.
Yeah, we will.
Well, we might. But like I told you before, you better get used to using it because there's a lot that is going to be happening using the talkback feature if you want to win some prizes. Well, I want to get into Coach Sarkisian's conversation that he had with the media yesterday, but I also want to give you this note. As you know, there are a lot of NFL players that will be getting released. Some of those guys will either get picked up by another team or they're going to come back to college, folks. This is the state of where we are. And we'll hear from some coaches. We'll also hear from Coach Sark on this particular situation. But after yesterday, the presidents and the chancellors had a conversation with the SEC, a video conference dealing with the issues that the conference is about to be dealing with. Lane Kiffin pulling guys in. Other coaches are looking to do the same, possibly. Who knows? And this is the statement from the SEC. College athletes, not former professional athletes, have been at the heart of the SEC conference. Individuals who choose to leave college athletics, sign professional playing contracts, and compete professionally should not be permitted to return to college competition. Allowing that to occur will blur the line between college and professional sports, create significant competitive equity concerns, and reduce opportunities for high school students and current college athletes. College sports are for college athletes, period. The current confusion around national eligibility standards emphasize the need to advance to protect College Sports Act. Quote, now listen, I am 1,000% in agreement with this. We've talked about this. We've continued to talk about this. This is a major, major issue. And the lines not only are being blurred, they're being kicked. They're being disrupted.
Stomped on.
Yeah, they are kicking like a foul line. They're kicking the dirt and changing it. You can't tell what is what. And that is where we are in the state of college athletics. It's frustrating. It's disappointing. It is confusing. We went to a basketball camp this past weekend, and the coach's first words was the 5 for 5 is going to really mess up the class of 2027. That was his first word.
That's his open.
And that's basketball. That's not even including football. If you're not a bona fide Division I top whatever athlete in your sport, you have now got to find alternate ways to advance your playing career. And I'm not, you've said it 1,000 times. It's not about being fair. It's not. But it's the realization that you have signed a professional contract. You have left to go pursue your dreams of a professional athlete. You didn't make it, but you're going to come back and ruin what's going on. Now, we'll hear from Coach Sark about that, and he's taking a different stance on this. And we'll also hear from Lane Kiffin, who is at the center of this conversation right now. But the truth, Mark, is it is ruining the game because somebody is about to get that's been with this team, came to school early, went to all the practices, went through the summer training with the team, did everything he was supposed to do to try to get a spot on the team and get a chance to play with this 5 for 5 deal. And now somebody is going to be told, you can't play. You got to go.
You're going a second.
Not even that. You're gone. I got to allocate money to this kid for him to come back to us. Not only that, you have now changed the way that everybody is being viewed. If I'm a high school coach, and Lane Kiffin walked into my office and tried to tell me how great my players were and you really want them to go, I would tell them to get the hell out. Because what if I get my kid to go there?
And now he's out.
And now he's got to look for a job. Season's about to start. We got games starting Saturday. This Saturday, college football is back. Lane Kiffin is going to ruin some kid's dream who has been putting in the blood, sweat, and tears with his peers. And now he's going to be.
He can be dismissed from the university?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
That's not right.
He's got one kid that they already have as suspended indefinitely. You know what that means? Hey, man, we got to take your scholarship.
We're going to pay for your school, but
I got to give your money to somebody else.
Yeah.
Come on, man. That's where we're at right now. And this is a guy that has gone through a training camp, played in games, made receptions, done different things. We talked about the other guy that had 2 sacks in a game from Tampa Bay. I have no idea what we're doing
What
anymore.
are we doing?
I have no idea.
I'm confused.
Yes. And it's forever changing. We could walk out by the end of this show, something else could have changed.
Hopefully positively, because if I get one more batch of negative news, holy cow.
Yeah, man. It's a trip. It's a trip. But let's get back to football. I would love to. Let's talk more football and about what's happening here. We're 11 days away from the kickoff of the football season. And Texas will be taking on Texas State right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. It can all be heard all season long with the voice, our guy Craig Way, which you can hear the Craig Way show this afternoon, 2 to 5. But yesterday we got a chance to hear from Coach Sark. Tell you every week he goes to the podium on Saturday. He comes back on Monday and he gives us his good, bad, and the ugly after reviewing the tape. We call it further review. And here's Coach Sark talking about the scrimmage.
Just a couple things, when, as always, coming out of the scrimmage, I try to give my assessment as best I can. from in real time. And then you get a chance to kind of set back and look at some things coming out of it, after you watch the tape. I really felt like defensively, I credit the coaches, all of them, and the defensive players. Like, their energy was really good Saturday. I felt like they embraced the conditions and they attacked the day, and you could feel it just kind of throughout the day, the way they performed. On the flip side, that was what I was trying to get at Saturday from an offensive perspective. It felt a little, I guess lethargic is the best word for what we've been in practice, for how good of a week they had. And so we've got to do a better job from an offensive coach's perspective of making sure the mentality is right when we're in those conditions. Because clearly, in a couple of weeks, it'll be 2:30 kick against Texas State. And we've got to be ready to perform under whatever conditions that we're faced with. So that was kind of the first thing. I thought the second thing, from a defensive perspective, as good as the day was, our ability to communicate has got to continue to improve. We've all got to be on the same page. At the end, the touchdown that Arch hits Emmett Mosley on to kind of win it was just a lack of communication. One guy's playing one coverage, the other guys are playing another, and you end up not guarding a guy. And so those are the things we need to guard against. We need to continue upon, and then improving on getting aligned. When teams start to use up tempo, we've got to be able to get aligned and be on the same page. And again, that goes back to communication. So we've got to continue to work on that. I felt like offensively, from an improvement standpoint, there were too many simple MAs. And when I say MAs, I'm referring to missed assignments, things that we have done well for 2.5 weeks time. And then all of a sudden we got into that arena and we made some mistakes that were uncharacteristic to us. So we've got to get to the bottom of that. And too many times I use the term, we played mindless football offensively. We were running plays rather than playing football in a competitive setting, playing the game of football. It's different when you're in practice and it's all scripted and you run the play, whatever happens, the ball goes to the right hash and you run the next play. When you get in a scrimmage, you're trying to make it as game-like as possible. There's consequences for not doing things right. It may be a sack. It may be a false start. It may be a missed block, whatever that looks like. We can't play mindless football when we get into scrimmage and game settings. We need to apply the game to the play and the play to the game. And so I think those are things that are easily fixable for us, but we have to be intentional with our ability to fix those things to get that done. I do think the run game was really productive. It's hard when you're in majority of a thud scrimmage because you're not tackling. And so it's almost like two-hand touch to some degree. And what do you gotten them down? What do you not have? And that's okay. I don't get hung up on that. I'm more focused on, are we blocking people the right way? Are the runners running where they're supposed to go? So that was encouraging. And again, there were some explosive pass plays. I feel like we missed some opportunities, but definitely generated some, which was a good thing for us with our ones and our twos. And so all in all, it was a good second scrimmage for us. As I said, today we start mock game week. Our players are going to class after this. And so we're into kind of game week format where we'll practice in the morning. The structure of the week will go as such as if we're playing a game. We'll be able to rehearse a mock game on Saturday, and then we'll start up game week again next week.
Man, they're finna get ready. It's game. Time. Yeah, it's that time, man. As I said, there's football this week.
It's time.
It is
for
time.
Some real football. You know what, Coach Sark, he's jumping the gun. I hate to say it, but he's so excited and he's so ready for real football, non-thud football, non-two-hand touch, non-game planning. He wants real football. And I think that sometimes our expectations, they overwhelm our reality. It's not next week.
Yep.
He's already there. That's great mindset. But he just said they're going to have a mock game.
Yeah.
So he's mentally trying to say, let's go, let's go. And the players are not him.
Well,
they still kids.
Well, here's where he's going. It's like you're in school now. This is the week. So you started on Monday. You go through practice. You're going to play a game on Saturday. That's your mock week. That's it. This is your last dress rehearsal. When we get into Saturday, it's over. Now I
wonder if they're going to go to the hotel and do all that stuff.
They did before. They've done everything. He's mentally prepared.
Are you serious?
Yes, they've done it before. Absolutely. It's a game week. They're doing everything like a game. What are we going to be doing?
That's wild. A game. That is absolutely wild.
So this is what it's all about. We are here 11 days away from the start of the football season. Exciting times. But we have games that are happening this weekend. When we come back, we'll still hear from Coach Sark and his thoughts on the football teams. And, of course, we're going to have my Hardge Knocks Life, state of football. And, of course, who do we blame for the chaos in college athletics? That will be our question of the day. I would love to know your answers. We're just getting started on a 3-hour show of the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
Mike, who told you that I wake up at 5 a.m.?
Your new alarm clock?
I'm about to put that alarm clock in the Hall of Paint.
After the show, big man?
Starting August 17th, the morning kickoff with Mike Hardge and Mark Henry will be on from 6 to 9 a.m. on Austin's AM 1300 The Zone and free on your iHeartRadio app.
It's almost time for kickoff. Brought to you by Bud Light.
Breaks a tackle 30, turns down the sidelines. Say goodnight to this one. Touchdown, Texas.
Listen to every play, every touchdown, every win on 1300 The Zone.
Fires for the end zone. It's intercepted. Kickoff. This ball game is over.
Today's countdown is
11 days.
Presented by Bud Light all season long on the free iHeartRadio app.
From the Lawrence and Lawrence Traffic Center.
We have a brand new wreck, FM 973, right there at FM 969, causing no delay. Also, another accident reported on 183 northbound at I-35. And then finally, we have a stall that got cleared out, which is good news. 35 southbound at Breaker Lane. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Only pay for what you need. Why pay full price when you can customize and save? Switch to Liberty Mutual, and they'll customize your auto and home insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Something big is coming. On September 2nd, DraftKings Game Day arrives with exclusive deals and an all-day celebration built for sports fans. The countdown has begun and all roads lead to game day. The DraftKings Sports app is now live in all 50 states. That means, yes, Texas, every fan is in on the excitement. One app, every sport, all 50 states. DraftKings Game Day is yours. Remember, September the 2nd, DraftKings Game Day is the kickoff of a new season, a new era, and the biggest day in sports history. New DraftKings customers sign up with code AM1300. Spend $5 to get $200 in rewards within 21 days. That's code AM1300 in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days and click to claim issue in non-withdrawable prediction dollars which expire in 1 year. Terms at dkng.co. Predictions promo nationwide based on sportsbook predictions and free-to-play sports contest availability. Varies by state.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Looking for a gift that'll melt their heart? Head to SmileTunes.com and create a custom song made just for your special someone. Every lyric tells your story. Every note comes from the heart. Visit SmileTunes.com and start your song today.
As a firefighter, my job was about saving lives.
I never thought one day I would be fighting for mine.
After spending his career answering the call to save others, Ken was diagnosed with ALS. Now he's facing his biggest battle, for more time. For 70 years, Muscular Dystrophy Association has been helping people live longer and more independent lives.
I wouldn't be living as good of a life with ALS if it wasn't for MDA. Learn more at MDA.org.
Pros, find the right flooring for the job in Lowe's newly redesigned flooring showroom. Shop our expanded assortment of trusted brands and get up to 35% off style selections, Stainmaster, and Stainmaster Pet Protect Special Order Carpet. And while you're here, save $100 on the DeWalt 20-volt max 6-amp-hour 2-pack of batteries. Now just $179. Get more of what you need faster and save more where it counts from the ground up. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 8/26 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, your home for the Horns.
We went a little long in that first segment because I came out hot. And so, my bad.
It got good to us.
It felt real good to get that off my chest. By the way, the number 2 ranked Texas Longhorns get the win last night over Marquette in 5 sets. So congratulations to them getting their first victory of the season. And hopefully they're on a trend of bouncing back from that first loss against Arizona State. So shout out to the Texas women's volleyball team. A lot of folks are asking about the tower being lit right now. And the reason why the tower is lit is because they were celebrating, number one, the first day back at school, but they were also letting every student know and everybody in Austin, Texas, baby, know that this is what it's all about. They won the Directors Cup last year, their 5th Directors Cup, and so they wanted to make sure everyone knew what was going on. So shout out to the University of Texas getting busy. Morning, Miss Becky. Hope you're doing well. Let's get into it because you start to look at, you heard what Sark said about this football team getting ready, where they were and how they're preparing for this week, because it'll be game week next week. And there's going to be a lot to break down. But one of the biggest stories out there is about the battles that are happening within the team. And what I mean by that is a lot of guys are trying to find a spot to get some playing time. This is a deep roster, the 2 deep. We'll talk about that in just a moment. But you start to look at the talent that is there, the talent that got let go. You know, Ty Anthony Smith not being there. He was an exciting player and getting better and better. But now you start to try to figure out, okay, now that he's out of the fold, what are we going to do with the other guys? How are they going to come in and contribute? And the question was asked to Sark yesterday, is the defense ahead of the offense right now?
No. This is that I'm not taking anything away from the defense. I'm taking away from you line up in the wrong spot. I'm talking about blocking the right person. I'm talking about running the right route or running the right route at the correct depth. I'm talking about things that are inconsequential to who our opponent is. It's the things that we can control. And I felt like there were too many things Saturday that we had shown to do right over the previous 2.5 weeks that we didn't do correct on Saturday. And to me, that was a byproduct of our guys being a little lethargic, maybe succumbing to the conditions and the heat. Fatigue makes cowards of us all, and so we got to trust our physical, mental conditioning that we can perform under those elements and do our job. And we didn't do it well enough Saturday to what we're capable of doing.
No.
You let that be known.
That's
right
where I
to
want to start.
Right.
No. Listen, this offense is going to be prolific. And he is the captain of that offense. He is the head honcho, the chief, jefe, the boss, and he will not allow that kind of you know how people try to impose an idea about you rather than listening to the facts. He told them the facts. This is a veteran offense, is ready to go. The defense, they're making mistakes that are focus issue mistakes, which you said yesterday was the reason that they had the penalties last year, was the focusing. So, Hardge, what do you do about that with 1 week left?
Well, you continue to work. I mean, they're going to continue to drive and get after it. And so you start to peel back the layers and see why these things are happening. You try to solidify certain things. And again, it's about the trust. If I can't trust you, you're not going to be out there. And those are the types of things that coach is trying to establish. Yes, this is a talented football team. No doubt about it. But talent ain't gonna win every game because you got lack of discipline. That's the difference. If you're not being disciplined, and like he said, you're not getting to the route at the right depth, that causes a mistake by the quarterback. Or you're not blocking down when you should be blocking and you should be crashing the other way. That messes up the hole, and the running back's got to adjust through that. So there's so many different things. And again, like my man Ike said, defense is reactionary. They're going to be set up, but they're going to react. You know where you're going. They got to react to what you're doing. So it's just a matter of just cleaning up some of those things and getting more fine-tuned. And, of course, as you mentioned, they've been playing against each other. They know what it looks for. Grayson Littleton, and we'll talk about him in just a minute. Grayson Littleton talked about, hey, I saw a formation. I thought I knew what it was, and I jumped the route. And he did. And he made an interception because he saw the formation. That's knowing your keys.
Right.
And those are the types of things that you look at and you say, all right, these guys get it. They're working their behinds off. They know what success looks like, and let's get that done. And so it's an exciting time for this Texas football team. As you mentioned, 1 week, they'll be ready to play. They've got 11 days from today. They will be playing at DKR, seeing another opponent. And we'll start talking about Texas State. We'll get some people on to talk about Texas State and expectations. But this is the Texas football team now that they're about to go down the stretch with. Let's go see who's going to emerge as in the 2 deep and to see how many oars are we going to have. Because if you got a lot of oars, that means you got some talent on that squad. And there's going to be some definite fights for those positions, no pun intended. Coming up next, we will have the Hardge Knocks Life, the state of college football. Dang.
I wonder what that's about.
Coming up next, right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
From the Lorenz and Lorenz Traffic Center.
We have a brand new wreck, FM 973, right there at FM 969, causing no delay. Also, another accident reported on 183 northbound at I-35. And then finally, we have a stall that got cleared out, which is good news. 35 southbound at Breaker Lane. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is brought to you by Hectra.org.
The places you can go with an Easy Tag, and it's not just toll roads throughout Texas. You get seamless toll travel in Oklahoma, Kansas, Florida, Colorado. Get your Easy Tag at hctra.org.
It is tough to go outside these days. Hey, that's understandable given how hot it is. But there is definitely a way to beat the heat. a trip to Inner Space Caverns in Georgetown. Inner Space Caverns is a great place to take the family. You'd be amazed at all of the beautiful formations, large rooms, prehistoric animal bones, and all kinds of creations with a truly unique discovery story right here in the Austin area in the year-round temperature of a very comfortable 72 degrees. You can check out the super exciting saber-tooth zip ride or pan for gemstones. Take the wild cave tour or the hidden passages tour. And there's a great souvenir gift shop and newly remodeled restrooms. Get out of the house, but get out of the heat and get some fresh air underground. Inner Space Caverns, right off I-35 at exit 259 in Georgetown. That's Inner Space Caverns. For more details, check them out on the web at innerspacecaverns.com. Inner Space Caverns. Check it out. Your adventure awaits.
Skechers elite athlete OG Anunoby has been making history on the basketball court.
Anunoby tips it in. Unbelievable. What a shot.
He's been balling out in Skechers high-performance basketball sneakers, and the world is noticed. But how does OG train off the court to keep in peak physical condition? Hands-free Skechers Slip-ins Aeroburst. They help prepare OG for the physical demands of playing at a championship level. Get your pair of Aeroburst for only $165 at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever high-performance running shoes are sold.
Every day in America, hundreds of thousands of dogs are euthanized for one simple reason: money. Pet shelters sadly don't have the money to feed them. And that's where Puppy Food Bank comes in. They provide shelters all across Texas with free pet food. So please go to puppyfoodbank.org and make a loving donation of just $15 a month. Your donation will allow Puppy Food Bank to send rescue shelters free pet food to help save pet lives. So please, join us.
Get Truck Month savings at Covert Ford Hutto. Right now, it's football season and save $5,471 on a new 2026 Ford F-150 STX. You can get 0% APR for 36 months with approved credit. So hurry, this offer ends August the 31st. Visit Covert Ford Hutto on Highway 79 in Hutto, Texas, or shop CovertFordHutto.com. Together, let's drive. And tell them Hardball Hard sent you.
You're locked into things you can't change. Weather, traffic.
Stay in your lane.
Your carrier's price hikes. Unlock a better way. Switch to Boost Mobile. Keep your phone and get $25 a month forever. No contracts. Get to Boost. Get unlocked. Get going. After 30 GB, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost $25 unlimited plan.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
Your Austin area weather, a heat advisory remains in place through Wednesday evening. Sunshine for your Tuesday, a high of 103. Tonight's low 76. Wednesday, sunshine, a high of 104.
This report is sponsored by Bet Online.
Ready to play? From exciting slots and classic table games to immersive live dealer action, Bet Online brings the thrill of the casino wherever you are. Enjoy the freedom of online gaming at Bet Online, where the action moves with you and every moment is yours.
The countdown to the new NFL season is on.
And now all 32 in-market local teams can be heard on the free iHeartRadio app.
He's in! That's a jet touchdown!
Just open the app and search your favorite team.
Plus, Fox Sports Radio breaks it all down.
As we get closer to week 1.
It's crazy and it's fun.
Join the conversation and stay locked in.
Makes the catch!
Live local games with you all season long.
Download the iHeartRadio app.
Search NFL and press play.
Phones, laptops, cars, smart speakers, even on your TV. All devices, all the time. We are everywhere you are. 1300 The Zone. Get yourself a dose of positivity.
I am a positivity magnet.
Right now.
With a tremendous amount of positivity.
Okay, it's happening. It's the Hardge Knocks Life with Mike Hardge.
Well, here we are. Again, in a situation that not very excited about, my brother. Mark Henry,
I know, man.
The frustration is starting to build and it's starting to mount. You know, everybody loves a second chance at things, right? You face a guy in the big leagues or AA, AAA, wherever. He gets the best of you. You want another chance at him. You want a chance to go out there and avenge what he did to you. Might have struck you out on 3 pitches. Might have broke your back. But you felt like you got a chance to get after him. Then he strikes you out again. Oh, man, dang. I'm over to the next one. But then everybody also loves a good comeback story. You know, you see a kid come back from an injury. He comes back and wins the comeback player of the year. The state of college sports, college athletics, is now letting everybody come back to it. And I have a hard time with accepting the fact that guys have been able to go and play professionally, whether it's football, basketball. I haven't seen the baseball situation yet. That may be coming too. Need to talk to Coach Schloss about this. But you see guys go off and chase their dreams. Sometimes you fall short of your dreams. But in the real world, you know what happens then? You got to go get a job. You got to go do something else. You go to college to get a degree because you want to do something afterward. Yes, I did not make it. But now I'm going to try something else and move on with my life, because if I was sitting in that locker room and some professional came back to college, regardless of the rules at this state, because I don't think we even have rules anymore, you don't mess with that. We wanted kids to get paid NIL. Congratulations, they're getting it. I love it for them. Outstanding stuff. But once you walk out that door to go and become a professional, and it's not like the NBA where you can go to the combine, you can get your grade, and before that, you got to declare if you're staying in or out. These people are coming back. They are entering the transfer portal while they are in camp. And yesterday, Coach Sark was asked about the state of college football. And he said, he was asked, are the rule changes harder this era that you've ever coached?
It's pretty tough. You know, it's enjoyable at the same time. Like, tough doesn't mean you don't like it, you know, but it is, you know, it's challenging. We have a budget to pay our players. Like, just think of that through. I mean, like, that wasn't even going on 5 years ago, and here we are. And managing that, and transfer portal, and can NFL players come back and play college football, and 5 for 5, you can play all your freshmen. There's a lot going on. But in the end, it's enjoyable. Like, I love the challenge of it all. And I love trying to find a way to find a competitive edge through all that. And I've said this a lot. Just tell us what the rules are, and we will play by them. The part I don't like is the unknown. Like, we're in an unknown phase right now of this whole, can they play? Can they not? Can they transfer? Can they not? That's uncomfortable to me. That's not my realm of where I operate my best. I like to know. Just tell me what it is, and then we'll play by the rules.
And the rules are not there. There's nothing to play by. It is the wild, wild west. And we use that term a lot, just like we use iron sharpening iron, and then we'll hear it later. But you also have to understand that the NCAA ruling on this Daquan Wright is bigger than just college. I mean, that team that they're going to is bigger than the SEC, is bigger than the ACC. This is ruining sports as we know it. But here is Coach Sark on the ruling on Daquan Wright going to LSU.
I don't even know. You know, this stuff is we are like changing every day right now. It feels like almost every 3 hours, you know, there's a new message from Commissioner Sankey about something, or something that somebody's reporting in the media that this is what might occur or what's occurring. I think it's important for us here, especially, like, we have a really good team, and focusing on our team to me is paramount and the most important thing right now. Anything auxiliary outside of that, I'm not in so much of a rush to say, oh, let's go do that now, or let's go do that now. Like, I like our team. if and or when, if there's something that popped up to where we could upgrade it, great. But we don't even know. Like today you can take them, tomorrow you can't. I don't know what's going to happen. And I don't even know if it's good or not. I'll be honest with you. I don't know if it's good because, like, for us, I know we've got a locker room full of guys who have been working together and their connectivity is so good for the last 8 months. Is it worth rocking that boat, by bringing somebody in that isn't familiar with your program? Cole was a little different. He'd been with our program for 4 years. He knows who we are. He knows Coach Flood. He knows those guys in that room. To bring in a true outsider and to think like all of a sudden he's going to be our quarterback, like I don't know how to do that. Like I wouldn't know how to do that. And I get every situation is a little bit different. And maybe there's better coaches out there than us, but I just think it's a delicate situation. The powers that be are ultimately going to get to a final decision. And then when the final decision's made, then we're going to have choices to make, or maybe we will have no choices to make. I don't know. We'll have to find out.
I would prefer them not to have choices. I prefer them to have the rules in place where they are on there and no TROs and none of that other stuff where a judge just says,
there you go.
Go back.
Start
go back,
right there.
Go back. Just go back.
No judges making
crazy decisions.
Right. Eliminate that.
Yes, it has gotten to the point where we do not know and we're constantly searching for the answer that's never going to be there. It is never going to be there because there's so much money that is involved in every single thing. Lane Kiffin has taken a guy that has been in an NFL training camp that have been playing up against grown men to come back and play and take a job from somebody else.
I'm appalled. I think that these judges need to stay out of football. Let the football people come up with their own conferences. The NCAA is allowing this, and it's ruining football. It's ruining college sports.
Well, that's ironic, my friend, because when we come back, I'm going to let you make the call about who is ruining or what is ruining college chaos. I need to know. We'll talk about it right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app. Mark, they gave us an extra hour.
Did management approve this?
They did, but they may regret it.
More Longhorn, hook 'em. More football.
I don't have time to have a bad time.
And more of my tape.
I think that's what they're all worried about.
You can't win games like that, Hard.
The Morning Kickoff, starting August the 17th, weekdays from 6 to 9 a.m. on AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
From the Lawrence and Lawrence Traffic Center.
We have a stall blocking the left lane, 183 northbound, right before I-35, about a 6-minute delay right now. Slow traffic back from Highway 290. We have an accident report at FM 973 and FM 969, causing no delay. Good news that one vehicle, that stall, it's now been cleared, 35 southbound at Breaker Lane. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is brought to you by Hectra.org.
The places you can go with an easy tag, and it's not just toll roads throughout Texas. You get seamless toll travel in Oklahoma, Kansas, Florida, Colorado. Get your easy tag at hctra.org.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Saturday, August 29th, when the Express take on the Albuquerque Isotopes. Don't miss your chance to score a Vince Young bobblehead at Dell Diamond. The first 2,000 fans through the gates receive one, presented by Dell Technologies. Tickets at rrexpress.com.
This is the story of the one.
the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you've been searching for a gift that's truly one of a kind, I've got an idea you'll love. At SmileTunes.com, you can create a custom song for your sweetheart using your own memories and love story. It's personal, meaningful, and guaranteed to make them smile. Whether you're celebrating an anniversary, a proposal, or just want to remind them how much they mean to you, there's no gift quite like hearing your story in a song. Visit SmileTunes.com and start creating today.
I survived 9 months in captivity, and I've spent my life exploring how other people survive what should have destroyed them. I'm Elizabeth Smart, and these are the Survivor Files. Every week, I'm with survivors who lived through the unthinkable, abducted, stalked, controlled, and nearly silenced. These are stories about what it takes to make it out alive. Download the free iHeartRadio app, search The Survivor Files with Elizabeth Smart, and listen now.
Life can get hectic. That's why Progressive provides claim support 24/7, 365 days a year, all the time. But not like in a desperate way. We're not just waiting online for you to talk to us or waiting by the phone. I mean, we are waiting by the phone, but not like staring at it. Well, now I am. I'm staring at it. The point is, Progressive claim support is here for you 24/7 in a totally chill, normal way. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, not available in all states or situations.
What's it take to be a mentor with big brothers, big sisters? It takes 30 minutes and a cup of coffee. A video game, best 2 out of 3. It takes sharing thumbs up emojis, clapping emojis, and loaded nachos at halftime. That's how you make an impact on a young kid's life. So go on, share a few hours a month, because mentorship may sound huge, but the truth is, it takes little to be big. To learn more, volunteer, or donate, go to BeBigNow.org.
This is KVET AM Austin, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, an iHeart radio station, and your home for the Horns. Guaranteed human.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your basement. There's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfectly good laptop that hasn't sat in your lap in months. And even more stuff, but still no jobs? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed. And they're the stuff inside your stuff. Even inside that winter coat that moved with you to Phoenix. Our job is to unlock those jobs. And it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover guitar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, covering the 40 acres.
We're going to continue these conversations and so much more coming up at the top of the hour. We'll have a conversation about the Texas Longhorns, the expectations, and who is having a good camp on the O-line. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about on that because of the injuries that were suffered. And now we'll see who's getting busy. Now, here's the question that we wanted to pose. We've just been talking about the NCAA. We've been talking about the movement, the coaches picking players, and all kinds of different things. But I want to know, and we're going to let you make the call on this, who is the blame for the chaos in college athletics? Is it the NCAA? Is it the judges and their TROs? Is it the coaches? Is it the conferences? You make the call on that because I think we have our thoughts on it. I personally believe that it's all of the above. I think it's the NCAA. I think it's the judges. I think it's the fact that none of them put things in place to safeguard this. I think it's the ability to push the envelope so far that it makes everybody uncomfortable. Like, this is an uncomfortable situation for so many people that are involved. It is something that we've talked about where you need to have a full conference. You need to have your own conferences, super conferences, whatever it may be. Get a commissioner in here to run the league, because the NCAA is just that. They have their name on it, NCAA. It seems like they have no governing body to run any of this. And they're like, whatever happens, y'all wanted to go out here and pay the players? Go pay them. Y'all want to do whatever y'all, go do it. Oh, ESPN, Fox, all the other stations that are taking over, go ahead. Y'all are making all the bowls. Y'all are doing all this. Big TV contracts. Go ahead, make the rules. But what's ending up happening is it's falling apart. Now people will tell us it's been great. Oh, it's exciting. We've been watching it. Oh, the games are outstanding. No doubt about it. This is not about the games. It's about how we're getting here. Where are we looking at? What are we looking at? Because on Saturday, none of this even matters. But Sunday through Friday, it's a conversation piece. And we're going to continue to talk about it until there is some guardrails that are put in place. There's nothing there. And as we talked about earlier, there is no blurred lines. The lines are already torn up. Everybody's in the VIP line. Come on in. Nobody got to stand behind that red velvet rope. Come on in. It's just getting to the point that this is total chaos.
Hardge, the reason that I say the NCAA is because the NCAA had the power initially to say, we're going to put a governing body in front of this. They're going to make the decisions, and then we'll enforce the decisions. The courts can't make any cases independently. If that's the case, then you are out and you operate as a school without a program, without sports programs. You can agree to be a part of the NCAA and the way we run things, or you can just, do intramural sport. I'm serious.
No, I got you.
So then you got, I remember, how about Nick Saban? Nick Saban seems like he would be a fair guy.
And Nick Saban got out because he saw this coming.
He saw it coming, but he would be the perfect person to bring back and say, listen, the courts are not going to decide for the sanctity of college sports. We're not going to have a pro player come back. Not on Nick Saban's watch, that wouldn't happen. He would make it less about the money and more about the college experience. Hey, there's a $25 million cap for college athletics. Do what you will, but if your programs implode, you're going to get a year off before we can have arbitration to get you back either the following year or the year after. Have harsh penalties. People will fall in line. You won't have any pro players coming back to college. You got 5 years. The only exemption in that 5 years is if you have an injury where you were not able to play, period. If you play 3 games, 2 games, that's part of your season. That's part of your 5. Like, you make harsh rules. Like, don't dilly-dally around, because when you do that, you have issues like this because there's no leadership. There's nobody saying, I will do this, this, and this. Bingo, bango, done. Yeah. I don't know. The judge might have put an injunction. I want to sue the. Okay, if you sue and you lose, then you lose your 5 eligibility.
So the 5th year will be gone.
Bye. Now people will stop doing that.
How about if you sign a pro contract, you can't come back?
Yeah, but that's a part of it. That's a part of it.
I mean, simple. That is the simplest thing.
Yeah,
you can do.
that's the simplest thing you could do. But,
black and white.
But if you go against the NCAA, that 5-year exemption is over.
Yeah.
Because these guys are not being punished for costing money. You costing money every time you sue. We got to hire lawyers to fight it. Come on, man, get out of here with that.
Yeah, it's getting to that point that this has gotten it's disgusting.
I got some answers.
It's got some disgusting part of how this is.
Our kids are going to be affected.
They are already affected. And it's just a frustrating situation. Hour number 1 is in the books. Hour number 2 is just around the corner on a Turn the Page Tuesday edition of the Morning Kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
Turn your game day instincts into tradable outcomes with Webull's prediction markets. Trade yes or no event contracts across baseball, football, plus economic releases, culture, crypto, and other real-world events. React as markets move in real time, play-by-play. For a limited time, get $20 cash when you make your first prediction market trade with Webull. Visit Webull.com or download the Webull app today. Terms and conditions apply. Event contract trading is highly speculative and may not be suitable for all investors. Sports event contracts are limited in Nevada, Maryland, and Michigan. Webull Futures LLC is a CFTC-registered FCM and NFA member. Event contract accounts are not SIPC protected. See Webull.com/disclosures for more information.
Paid spokesperson.
Hey, hon, the insurance company keeps calling.
What? Sorry.
Your car accident, your injuries. What do you want to do?
I actually talked to Thomas J. Henry Law this morning. Did you know they're one of the largest personal injury firms in Texas?
Yep, I see their billboards all the time.
And they have over 200 attorneys and won over $1 billion for their clients.
And that's who you want, right?
Yeah, plus I want to get back in the game. It's getting pretty good.
Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. Principal office, San Antonio.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
It only takes one unexpected expense, a medical bill, a missed paycheck, or a broken down car to put a family at risk of losing their home. That's why the Salvation Army Austin's Day of Giving on Thursday, August 27th is so important. Every dollar raised stays right here in Central Texas, helping prevent homelessness before it starts and providing shelter, meals, and hope for families in crisis. Join us and make a difference. Give today at salvationarmyaustin.org. Together, we can restore hope.
For all the things you have to do and places you need to be, let Uber take you there. Because there are nights out, airport trips, and car troubles in your area, there are drivers in your area. Uber. Request a ride today. Wait time varies. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
This is what football sounds like. Straight up the gut for 5 yards and the score. And iHeartRadio is the official partner of the NFL Podcast Network.
Welcome to NFL Daily. We're doing the work to get you up to date.
Just download the free iHeartRadio app and search NFL.
Help your kid excel in math and love it at brilliant.org.
You don't pay for iHeartRadio. Our advertisers do. That's why it's always been and always will be 100% free. Radio, music, podcasts. Download the iHeartRadio app now.
The comfiest shoes ever just hit Austin. Visit Hey Dude South Congress and see the best that Hey Dude has to offer. Whether it's live music, special deals, or the latest launch, we've got a lot in store. That's Hey Dude at 1708 South Congress. See y'all there.
In this edition of the Marketers Report, Heather Sparks, head of content at Zenith, discusses the power of radio hosts.
I actually think DJs were the original influencers. You invited them into your home. You invited them into your ear. You built a relationship with them. You understood and trusted the things that were interesting to them.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia connects marketers to the audiences, live conversations, and trusted influencers you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartAdvertising.com.
When is the best time to talk to your family about staying in touch during a disaster? When floodwaters reach your door? When wildfires are engulfing the edge of your neighborhood? or an earthquake is destroying buildings. When a tornado is tearing through town, or a hurricane strikes. Or is the best time perhaps today? During a disaster, you may not be able to stay in touch with your family or friends as easily as you think. And it's not always as simple as using your cell phone. That's why now is the time to take action. Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
This is KVET AM Austin, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, an iHeart radio station, and your home for the Horns. Guaranteed human.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns. 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to hour number 2 of the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app. And hour number 1, we got a chance to get some stuff off our chest. That's right. We were not happy on a lot of these things, but the NCAA, college football, where does it end? Well, I know where it starts, and it starts this Saturday as college football game week, 0 week, starts on Saturday, and a lot of teams will be busy. I can't wait to get ready to watch some college football. It's that time of year. You can just sit in front of, tell everybody, this is it. Hey, guys, anything y'all have planned, better get it done this weekend. Oh, you can't.
Better cut the grass on Thursday.
You better come on, get your people to come through. My boy Pedro coming through to get the yard cut, dog. It is that time. I'm so excited for football, and I know that this Texas football team is ready to get after it. They've been going back and forth with each other, trying to make each other better, but now it is that time for them to get busy. We are 11 days away from the start of the football season. Make sure you stay locked in at 8:17. We'll have our guy Q Myers. Q Myers used to be in Waco. Now he is one of the main contributors to the so I call them the LA Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders have a lot going on. You and I know, and Mark, you believe in Fernando Mendoza, so I'll let you have a conversation with him about Fernando and what is he like as an individual. But right now, I want to get into more Sark, as Coach Sark talked about the 2 deep and the growth of Jonah Williams.
I feel good about our 2 deep. I mean, it's hard because I've had years where it's like, man, it's hard to tell the difference between our 1s and our 2s. It's, when you've got a roster like that, we have some really, really high level players clearly on our roster that, make no mistake, there's probably going to be a little drop off if those guys don't happen to be in there. But I think across the board, the depth on this roster and the ability to perform under those conditions, whether you're a 1 or a 2, we feel very good about with those guys. I would say we are counting on Jonah and we're pushing him, and he's come a long way. Like from where he was those first 3 or 4 practices to where he is today, extremely encouraging. And I'm not just talking about on defense, I'm talking about on special teams as well. I mean, we actually did our good, bad, and ugly from last week this morning. And one of the plays I highlighted was Jonah on punt coverage. And so his ability to contribute not only on defense, but as I said, on special teams, I think will be big for us.
We talked about that real early. With the special teams failing last year, are the Longhorns going to put some of these elite players on their special teams? That's what Coach Sark and Coach Saban did at Alabama.
Yep.
Man, they had starters on special teams.
I think Kelvin Banks was there too.
And Kelvin Banks.
Yep. Not Kelvin Banks. Coach Banks. Kelvin Banks is our lineman that's in the NFL. Okay. But Coach Banks was there as well. And the one thing that you mentioned about Jonah and special teams, they also had Derek Cooper out there on special teams as well.
Oh, my goodness.
And there's a video of him out there. You could tell he wasn't tackling a lot of people, but he does look like he gives great effort because he jumped too high on the tackling dummy, and I was like, ooh, that looked like that one hurt right there. But at least he's willing. He's willing to go down there and make a play, and that's what a lot of people are doing. Two guys that are willing to make a play and have made plays is Grayson Littleton, the defensive back who is a freshman All-American, and Emmett Mosley, the transfer from Stanford who made some big catches and will be in that slot. And so being in the slot, these two have been going up against each other, and all they're doing is making each other better every day.
I will say two guys, and I'm going to brag on these two guys, and I'm not answering your question, but they both had good scrimmages. I could argue the two hardest playing players on our team right now are Grayson Littleton and Emmett Mosley. And they're playing at an extremely high level, not a good level, I'm talking extremely high level. But what's interesting about that, they go against each other every day. And so when you talk about iron sharpening iron and two guys that push themselves every day, whether it's in the pass game, the run game, it just shows. And then what happens? What's the byproduct? They play good, when the time comes. And so those are two guys that I don't know if I mentioned a whole lot Saturday, but I will tell you they've had great camps. They had a really good scrimmage Saturday, and excited for them for this upcoming season. One for Grayson, year 2, new system. You could feel his confidence. And 2 for Emmett, healthy, where this time last year he wasn't even practicing, and healthy, playing fast. And, he's coming off of the way he ended last season. I'm excited for those two guys.
Hardge, I'm so excited for Mosley. Everybody is under the radar. Everybody's thinking about Wingo, Coleman, and I just heard yesterday that a reliable source said that he feels like that Mosley had a better camp than Wingo and Coleman. They had more targets. They've got more opportunity. But when Mosley touches the ball, he said, watch what he does. After the catch, he's incredible. He's been everywhere he's supposed to be, and he's made plays when there was no other option. Having a bailout guy means a lot to a quarterback, where regardless of your star is open or not, this guy's going to find a soft spot in the defense. I'm excited, man. I'm just ready to see Mosley get his comeuppance.
Well, Coach Sark just told you he's been the hardest worker, the best player. Him and Grayson Littleton.
Just because you work the hardest don't mean that
no.
You have the best results.
He has been killing it, and you hear it. He said Emmett Mosley at the very beginning of the show. He talked about his touchdown from Hardge to win it. He has been catching touchdowns every scrimmage. Him, Wingo, have been catching touchdowns every scrimmage, big plays. And so that is why you have to tip your cap when Grayson Littleton, who he said it too last week, I'm getting so much more out of what we're getting from Coach Muschamp. I was playing my own way in that spot, and now Coach Muschamp is giving me even more. Now I'm trying to be in his way, and you hear it. It's working. The things that he wanted to achieve, he's on track to do that. Same thing with Emmett Mosley, and you mentioned it, that he may not be getting all the love. We said it at the beginning of the season, and others have said it. When you have that three-headed monster like that, where you have a Wingo, where you have a Cam Coleman, Emmett Mosley's going to destroy, you said it, whoever your third
corner, he in trouble.
Yeah, and so for us, for University of Texas, which we cover, and you can hear all the games right here on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeart app. When you look at our third, he's one of the best in the country. He made a freshman All-American team. He's only a sophomore, true sophomore. Coming in and being that effective and working even harder than what he did, he could have rested on his laurels. He could have been like, yeah, man, I was a freshman All-American. Nope. I'm getting better because I know that there's another guy here that is going to try to take my position. And I'm continuing to work hard. So outstanding stuff from Coach Sark on those two guys, and I'm glad that he.
I'm not criticizing him.
No. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm glad that he has given them some love and the respect that they deserve because they've earned that. He also talked about the offensive line, and folks was asking, hey, if Trevor Gooseby come back, has Kojo shown you something to where he might be able to move down and possibly play guard? Well, Sark was like, hold up, man. Let's just make sure he's good at tackle.
We need him to be a really good tackle right now. We'll be fine at guard. I think obviously in the situation that we're in right now, these are invaluable reps, which we touched on. And again, I knock on wood a lot around here, but I hope he doesn't ever have to go in a dire situation, right? But I hope he gets quality reps this season. And so I know I'm speaking out of both sides of my mouth, but like Trevor was a few years ago for us, the value of having a third tackle is so important. I think back to that 24 season, if we don't have Trevor Gooseby, I don't know if we're in the semifinals against Ohio State, because I don't know if if we could play against the likes of, A&M, Georgia, Arizona State, Clemson with a backup tackle for the most part of those games. And so we've got to get him ready to do that. And we'll be fine at guard.
We'll be fine at guard. We got to have him ready to do that. We got to have him locked in and ready to roll.
I'm excited because of Kojo.
Yeah.
And remember a year ago, before he had an injury himself, he was the guy that was like diving over the pile, trying to get the people after you get to the second level. Like I love it when I see an active offensive lineman.
Yeah.
And usually those guys are guards. But if he can play tackle and have that kind of energy, let's go.
Yeah, it's important.
Put him in there at tight end sometimes just for giggles.
Man, we'll see what ends up happening.
Let's run it.
They got plenty, man. You think about those big tight ends they got?
Yeah.
They don't need no linemen over there. They got big boys over there at that
Sometimes
tight end
you just
row.
got to impose your will, though.
Understood. Coming up next, we're going to continue these conversations and so much more. The SEC have announced their starting quarterbacks. Teams were looking, they found them, and they announced them. We'll talk about that. But Coach Sark says, hey, we got one too. That's pretty doggone good. We'll talk about that and so much more on a Turn the Page Tuesday edition of the Morning Kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app. Mark, they gave us an extra hour.
Did management approve this?
They did, but they may regret it.
More Longhorn, more football,
I don't have time to have a bad time.
and more of my tape.
I think that's what they're all worried about.
You can't win games like that, Hard.
The Morning Kickoff starting August the 17th, weekdays from 6 to 9 a.m. on AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival
Presented by Capital One.
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena.
Stream it live on Disney Plus and Hulu. And keep listening for the next chance to win your way to be there.
Some apps say they're free, then come the fees. Not the iHeart app. It's 100% free. No required subscriptions to access the best live radio stations, free playlists, podcasts, and more. Download the free iHeart app today.
iHeartRadio.
From the Lorenz and Lorenz Traffic Center.
Good Tuesday morning. We got a brand new wreck to talk about. I-35 southbound right after 620. This is stop and go traffic now back from FM 1431. About 11-minute delay in the area, so plan accordingly. Also, some more slow traffic in the Manor area. 290 westbound between FM 1100 and FM 973 at 18-minute delay. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by RockAuto.com.
Oh, Ben Tyrod, what are you going to do?
I'm way ahead of you. I'll be on RockAuto.com before you can even finish this commercial.
He's right. RockAuto.com. Parts when you need them.
All the parts your car will ever need. Rock Auto. Radio.
Something big is coming. On September 2nd, DraftKings Game Day arrives with exclusive deals and an all-day celebration built for sports fans. The countdown has begun and all roads lead to game day. The DraftKings Sports app is now live in all 50 states. That means, yes, Texas, every fan is in on the excitement. One app, every sport, all 50 states. DraftKings Game Day is yours. Remember, September the 2nd, DraftKings Game Day is the kickoff of a new season, a new era, and the biggest day in sports history. New DraftKings customers sign up with code AM1300, spend $5 to get $200 in rewards within 21 days. That's code AM1300 in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days and click to claim issue in non-withdrawable prediction dollars which expire in 1 year. Terms at dkng.co/prediction promos. Nationwide based on sportsbook predictions and free-to-play sports contest availability. Varies by state.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose. And millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Want more than just awareness for your business? An iHeartRadio Music Festival partnership can help your business drive action with sweepstakes, ticket giveaways, and more. Make your business part of the iHeartRadio Music Festival. Call 844-844-iHeart.
If you've been searching for a gift that's truly one of a kind, I've got an idea you'll love. At SmileTunes.com, you can create a custom song for your sweetheart using your own memories and love story. It's personal, meaningful, and guaranteed to make them smile. Whether you're celebrating an anniversary, a proposal, or just want to remind them how much they mean to you, there's no gift quite like hearing your story in a song. Visit SmileTunes.com and start creating today.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, it's Coach Sark. Now back to the morning kickoff with Hardge and Henry on your radio home for the Longhorns, 1300 The Zone.
One hour from now, we will be talking to our guy, Q Myers of Raiders Nation and Locked On Raiders. And, of course, he'll be telling us all things that's happening in the West and see what he thinks is going to end up playing out. The SEC has now given out some names that are going to be the starting quarterbacks. You start thinking about the changes in the SEC, all the different coaches that have now moved into the SEC. You have a new coach at Florida. You have a new coach at Arkansas. You have a new coach at Kentucky. So all of these positions have now been up for grabs. Obviously, in Ole Miss, you have Trinidad Chambliss. He was not going anywhere. He's a guy that benefited for the rule being able to come back, but his was legit. He never went to the NFL, stayed within. And you even heard Coach Sark talk about Cole Hudson, a guy that has already been in the program. He understands that, hey, Cole Hudson may not have made it, but he can come back because he's been here. We're not doing anything new with anybody here. So you start looking across, and Keelan Robinson was named the starting quarterback for Alabama. The difference is Texas does not play Alabama this year. Kentucky named Kenny Minchie, the transfer from Notre Dame, and you start to understand that. Well, Texas does play Tennessee, and Tennessee has now announced that they have a starting quarterback, a freshman, by Faison Brandon. Faison Brandon is the starting quarterback. He's a 5-star from Greensboro, North Carolina. He will start game one. He has become the first true freshman to start at quarterback since 2004 at Tennessee. Heupel's going to be choosing. He chose this player, and this is what he's going with. So we'll see what happens. John Summerall has officially named Georgia Tech transfer Aaron Philo the starting quarterback, beating out Tramel Jones Jr. The interesting part about this is because Florida does come to Austin this year, so we will get a chance to see him. You don't have to scout him that much. You'll know exactly what's going on by the time he does get here because they play a little bit different. They play later against Texas. Also, KJ Jackson is now the starting quarterback for first-year coach Ryan Silverman. He is a junior. He got a chance to play against us last year. We got a chance to see him at the beginning of the season. We'll see him a little bit later as well. So when you start to look at these quarterbacks, one thing you want to see is how much development do they have? What's the upside for these guys, and how important is it? Alabama, their quarterback only had 15 attempts at the collegiate level. Tennessee, true freshman getting a chance to play. Florida, they went to the portal, but who's actually going to start? He didn't never start a college game. And then, of course, Arkansas is betting on the development. But one thing for sure is Coach Sark has his starting quarterback, and that is Arch Manning. And the question was, how do you feel about Arch right now?
Well, he's had a great camp, man. I'm pumped about it. You know, I think his rapport with Ryan and Cam and Emmett is really high. I think his rapport with our running backs is really high. I mean, those guys are good players and they can catch the ball, and that takes timing, that takes rapport. And so I'm very excited. I'm excited for him. I think he's going to play really well. Again, we got 2 more weeks to continue to sharpen up, but I'm very excited for where he's at and the type of camp he's at.
Go ahead.
I feel sorry for the teams that have a new quarterback and a new head coach. And the teams that have, like this freshman quarterback, Will Muschamp going to throw everything at him but the Bible. And he might hit him with the Bible at halftime. I'm just saying, like, these young quarterbacks, you saw what happened to Arch. Arch's been in the program for 2 years. And still saw stuff that he had never seen.
Right.
So what do you think is going to happen to some of these young quarterbacks?
Yeah, it's going to be a learning curve, and they got to play fast, and they got to understand the speed of the game and find a way to slow it down.
Colin Simmons is coming.
Yeah.
They should all be like, hey, man, we're going to line a tight end up on wherever Colin Simmons is, just so you are comfortable. I'm serious. I'm not joking. Like, you need to make these quarterbacks not feel like, okay, I can't go through my progression because I'm worried. Like, and you should be, because Will Muschamp is going to move Colin Simmons all over the place. He won't just be behind you. He's going to be like Freddy Krueger in your dreams. Like, he's going to go to lunch with you.
We can only hope. That's what
He's
we're
going to be in prayer meeting with you. Like, everywhere you go, you're going to see Colin Simmons.
Yeah. And that's why it is important to understand that these games mean so much early to these starting quarterbacks. The beginning of the season, that's why you look at the schedule and you say, okay, he's getting his first start, the quarterback for Tennessee, getting his first start against Furman. You know, a team that they should go out there and dominate. The speed is going to be what it is, but is he going to be able to excel against a team like that? You got a guy that has made some plays and done some things at Tennessee, but the thought is, how good can they all be? So we'll see what happens there. Sark was asked about it, and it's kind of funny because Sark's so worried about his team and locked in like he should be, getting his team ready. Somebody asked, what do you think about the college, the SEC naming their starting quarterbacks?
I mean, it's always helpful. Every year's different. I think we would all love to have a returner back who is a really good player and a really good leader and all those things. Doesn't always work like that, and so you have to navigate your off season, navigate your training camp to figure those things out as you go. That there's the old adage, if you think you have two quarterbacks, you probably don't have one. So it always feels good when you get to name a starter, at some point. So I'm sure it feels good for those schools. I'm not really sure who you're referring to, but I bet it feels good to actually name it and to have a guy that they know is their starter.
And they know. We know here.
Well, you didn't mention Arkansas.
Yeah, I did. KJ Jackson.
KJ?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he did really good. Remember last year?
Yep.
The starting quarterback got bounced.
Yep.
And he came in and he scored a touchdown against Texas. So, it's not like he's a slouch. He was an outstanding athlete.
Yeah. And, it's, again, you still have to try to find that spot. You have to find a good quarterback that is not going to turn the ball over, that is not going to put you in a bad situation to where it's like, all right, I know you're learning on the fly because so much is happening.
Right.
Just make sure you secure the football, because if you don't have ball security in this situation, I can't put you out there. I got to figure out who else I got to be out there with, because you're going to take some lumps. It's just football. But this dude is a 5-star quarterback that was highly touted, and he's going to get that opportunity because I don't think Josh Heupel, who we consider a pretty doggone good coach, who played the quarterback position very, very well, I don't think he would have put him out there if he didn't feel like that kid was ready to do it.
Or he didn't have a choice. The other guy was not as good. I'm serious. I mean, you been half full.
No,
I'm being half empty.
Right.
Like sometimes, everybody's not in a place where you got Lacey and Bell as your backup.
Yep.
I mean, those dudes are good. Some of these teams have quarterbacks that they can't afford to have elite quarterbacks sit. They need a corner. So you're allocating your money to a corner, not your backup quarterback. You just pray, Lord, dear Lord, please don't let us get hurt because we put all our money into our defense. And that's a reality. I'm saying it as a joke, but it's a lot of teams that are on Guns N' Roses. They a wing and a prayer.
Yeah. I mean, there's going to be some teams that we look at, and it's all going to be about the quarterback position. If their QBs aren't where they need to be, if they're not executing at a high level and not operating the offense efficiently, it is going to be a tough year for a lot of teams. The SEC, you got those guys, 9 SEC games, 9. So you got to be on point every single day, every single week in the SEC. Coming up next, what had happened was, yes, we got to talk about something that happened in the NFL that's got you scratching your head. And, guess what? Mike McDaniels, he had a conversation as well. Can't wait for him. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
From the Lorenz and Lorenz Traffic Center.
Good Tuesday morning. We got a brand new wreck to talk about. I-35 southbound right after 620. This is stop-and-go traffic now back from FM 1431. About 11-minute delay in the area, so plan accordingly. Also, some more slow traffic in the Manor area. 290 westbound between FM 1100 and FM 973 at 18-minute delay. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Audible. When you start listening to books on Audible, traffic might seem like less of an annoyance and more of an opportunity for another chapter. Audible, stories that speak to you. New members can start listening with a 30-day free trial at audible.com.
Get Truck Month savings at Covert Ford Hutto. Right now, it's football season and save $5,471 on a new 2026 Ford F-150 STX. You can get 0% APR for 36 months with approved credit. So hurry, this offer ends August the 31st. Visit Covert Ford Hutto on Highway 79 in Hutto, Texas, or shop covertfordhutto.com. Together, let's drive. And tell them Hardball Hard sent you.
Hi guys, I'm Ken. And I'm Bella, and we are Rowdy Cowgirls from Central Texas' #1 sports bar, Rowdy Cowboy. And we love Tuesdays because it's bikinis and boots. That's right guys, every Tuesday we will be in our sexiest bikinis and our cutest boots. Come see us and enjoy ice cold beer, craft cocktails, a Texas-side menu, and 69 TVs. And every Tuesday, all Texas beers and spirits are $2 off. So saddle up and head to Rowdy Cowboy in Round Rock. Let's get rowdy. Off of I-35 in Round Rock. Visit us at Go Rowdy Cowboy.
Skechers elite athlete OG Anunoby has been making history on the basketball court.
Anunoby tips it in. Unbelievable. What a shot.
He's been balling out in Skechers high-performance basketball sneakers, and the world is noticed. But how does OG train off the court to keep in peak physical condition? Hands-free Skechers Slip-ins Aeroburst. They help prepare OG for the physical demands of playing at a championship level. Get your pair of Aeroburst for only $165 at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever high-performance running shoes are sold.
August is Psoriasis Action Month, and August 13th is GPP, or Generalized Pustular Psoriasis Awareness Day. While the name includes psoriasis, GPP is a rare and distinct disease. Symptoms of GPP appear both on and beneath the skin. Here's certified physician assistant Marie Fabin.
GPP is a chronic disease driven by an imbalance in the body's IL-36 pathway, a pathway that normally helps manage inflammation. This imbalance can cause inflammation and trigger flares of sudden, painful pustules, as well as joint pain and fevers. Many people with GPP also report anxiety, depression, and constant fear of the next flare. The effects can even be life-threatening, and while there's no cure, GPP can be successfully managed.
If you think that you or a loved one may be affected by GPP, visit gppandme.com for more information and resources, including a tool to find a dermatology specialist near you. This information was sponsored by Leo Pharma.
NFL teams are getting ready for their final preseason games. Then it'll be roster cuts. Some injury news. The Ravens lose center Danny Pinder potentially for the year with a leg injury. Good news for Giants receiver Malik Neighbors returning from his ACL injury. He's taking part in live drills and could be ready for week 1. And a record-setting night in the WNBA for Atlanta's Angel Reese, 26 rebounds, a single-game mark as the Dream beat the LA Sparks. I'm Matt McCoy.
This is NFL quarterback Rodney Peete, and here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Lowe's.
Now at Lowe's, faster quotes start at the Lowe's Pro Desk. Got a material list written on a sticky note or saved on a photo? Perfect. Bring it in and get a quote in minutes. Plus, access thousands of products beyond what's in store or on Lowe's.com. Right from the Lowe's Pro Desk.
The countdown to the new NFL season is on.
And now all 32 in-market local teams can be heard on the free iHeartRadio app.
He's in! That's a jet touchdown! Just open the app and search your favorite team.
Plus, Fox Sports Radio breaks it all down.
As we get closer to week 1. It's crazy and it's fun.
Join the conversation and stay locked in.
Makes the catch!
Live local games with you all season long.
Download the iHeartRadio app.
Search NFL and press play.
Calling all nonprofit organizations. The NASCAR Day Give-a-thon is back for 2024. What's that, you ask? It's a national campaign to help nonprofit organizations raise funds to support their local missions. By signing up for the Give-a-thon, you gain access to a national marketing campaign to build visibility and donations for your nonprofit at no cost to you. And as a bonus, special incentives and prizes will be announced along the way to help you maximize your efforts. Visit NASCARDayGiveathon.org to sign up today.
We all use AI, but here, it never pretends it's real. AM 1300 The Zone. Guaranteed human.
Man, let me tell you this. We live in a world where things aren't exactly seeming real. There's a story that came out yesterday, and I could not believe what I was reading.
What would you read, Hardge?
The headline on CBSSports.com, 49ers owner Jed York, arrested in Ohio, pleads no contest after a charge was amended. York was sentenced to 2 days in jail and ordered to pay $1,150 in fines.
That's what he was trying to pay?
No, that was the fines. He was trying to get it for $140. He was in Ohio. The owner of the San Francisco 49ers was arrested in Ohio for solicitation of a female
company
and was at a trailer park when he was found. Now, I don't know about you, Mark.
How much does that franchise cost?
Yeah, I'm not even looking. It's about to be out of his hands because York was arrested by the local police department, which was assisting the Mahoning Valley Human Trafficking Task Force at Wheat Hill Mobile Home Community off of State Route 170.
Bless his heart.
Now, think about all the stories that have been coming out of San Francisco. You can't forget about the Kyle Shanahan car wreck that we still don't have the answers for, that is still being investigated by, I believe, the federal judge, or not judges. Let's not get the judges involved. The federal police are now going after it because they're confused about the story that is being said. And you notice nobody's talking about it. Nobody's brought it up. So it will be interesting to see what had happened there. So what in the world are we going through where we have owners like him, we have owners like Robert Kraft that are going to these spots for entertainment? Now, let's go back and think about some of the stories. Think about some of the stories that have been out here in the limelight here recently. You remember the head coach for Michigan State, Mel Tucker?
Yeah.
He got fired for a situation that may or may not have happened at Michigan State involving a young lady. You remember Michigan, Sharon Moore. I love my coach. Remember he was crying about Hardball and he had to stick it, and then he got fired for a staff member. You think about Urban Meyer. Remember when Urban Meyer was the coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars and he got caught in Ohio with the girl dancing on him?
Yeah.
He gone. What is going on with Michael Lombardi? The right-hand man of one Bill Belichick. Oh, yeah, by the way, Bill Belichick, we know his situation. Lombardi has been relieved of his duties as of right now, suspended.
Eric, I have nothing.
Then you look at, let's not forget, Bobby Petrino.
Motorcycle Bobby.
Road rash Bobby. Landing on his face, just getting through. And last but not least, Mike Vrabel. Big Mike. What had happened was.
What had happened?
Yeah. This has been an interesting time.
You want to avoid these conversations.
Exactly.
Guys.
I did not want to have this conversation, but when the headline says, owner of the San Francisco 49ers, and again, let's read this part very clearly. York was arrested by the local police department, which was assisting with the Mahoning Valley Human Trafficking Task Force.
They trafficking people over there?
At Wheat Hill Mobile Home Community off of State Route 170.
He had to drive out there from downtown. That wasn't an accident.
Bro, he's the 49ers.
I know.
He had to go cross country to go get this done. I'm confused.
No, you're not.
You're right. I'm not confused.
These guys need to do better.
Way better.
And not just do better, but I was always told you don't make a mess where you eat. And they're not smart enough. Or they think they're smarter than everybody. One of the two. And they're just going to do what they want to do. Hey, I'm a billionaire. I do what I want to do.
Yeah, big ups.
And now they obviously see that you can't do what you just want to do.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Shame.
Well, I want to give you this, too, because speaking of all of these encounters that have happened, one guy had some encounters that led him out of H-Town. Then he goes to Cleveland. He addresses the media yesterday. I go to defend him.
Shame on y'all.
I defended him.
Yeah,
Said
you did.
he let it off his chest. He was dealing with a lot of emotion. He was going through it, and he felt like, I got to get this off my chest.
He retracted.
Well, see, what had happened was.
First off, I want to address the comments from Saturday after the game. I think just, human nature, just myself being very emotional, putting a lot of time these last 2 years to, get back and, spend time in this facility, in the city, meeting a lot of different people in the community. I thought I was going to get, a little different response, but, I think, my emotions got the best of me. And, my comments wasn't intending to go at any of the fans around in the city, because there's been a lot of great fans that have been supporting me. And I know the frustration this organization have put, a lot of.
Interesting. My man changed his heart.
Hey, man.
That man had to go
I don't
home
know
and
if
think about
he
it.
broke the gear shifts going backwards.
But here's the thing. This was after he was named the starting quarterback, and then he comes in and says, look, I would like to apologize. He should have came out and said, I would like to apologize. Absolutely no one like Conor McGregor.
Dude, Conor McGregor on
He
him.
should have did the Conor McGregor. I'm the starting quarterback now.
I told you that it was odd, that I thought it was, not good for him to do that. And he got into his emotions, and you just can't do it. Like, it's a business. Like, go out there and handle your business.
Man.
And go home.
Unbelievable. Coming up next, we got the world's strongest man bringing you his world's strongest take. I don't know how you gonna top that.
Yeah, I'm changing it now.
Coming up next, right here on a Turn the Page Tuesday edition of the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app. Mark, they gave us an extra hour.
Did management approve this?
They did, but they may regret it.
More Longhorn, more football.
I don't have time to have a bad time.
And more of my take.
I think that's what they're all worried about.
You can't win games like that, Hard.
The Morning Kickoff starting August the 17th, weekdays from 6 to 9 a.m. on AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
From the Lorenz and Lorenz Traffic Center.
Good Tuesday morning. We got a brand new wreck to talk about. I-35 southbound right after 620. This is stop and go traffic now back from FM 1431. About 11-minute delay in the area, so plan accordingly. Also, some more slow traffic in the Manor area. 290 westbound between FM 1100 and FM 973 at 18-minute delay. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Discover. With the Discover Cashback Card, it's payback time when you earn cash back on everyday purchases. Activate and earn 5% cash back at different categories each quarter on up to $1,500 in purchases. It pays to Discover. See discover.com/5 for details.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Sprained wrist, ankle twist, broken thumb can't make a fist, busted knee, surgery, that patch of ice you didn't see.
Where pain starts, Jernavix suzetrigine begins. Jernavix is a non-opioid 50 milligram prescription tablet for adults with moderate to severe acute pain that reduces pain signals before they reach the brain.
Tendon tear, nose repair, tripping on that broken stair, dislocation, operation, moped crash while on vacation.
Do not take Jernavix with CYP3A inhibitors. Avoid use with grapefruit or liver problems, as these may increase side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medicines if you are pregnant or breastfeeding. Jernavix may make certain medicines and birth control less effective. Side effects include itching, muscle spasms, rash, and elevated muscle enzymes.
Joint displacement, knee replacement, fell on marbles in the basement, ladder slip, broken hip, that rock climb where you lost your grip.
To learn more about Jernavix, ask your doctor. Call 1-833-589-PAIN or visit Jernavix.com.
Flowers eventually wilt, greeting cards end up hidden in a drawer, but imagine giving someone special a meaningful song written just for them. Their unique story, their best memories, their favorite moments, all turned into a beautiful song they'll want to listen to again and again. Whether it's for an anniversary, birthday, wedding, or just because, SmileTunes creates truly special gifts that they will never, ever forget. Visit SmileTunes.com and don't just say I love you, sing it with SmileTunes.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Thanks to you, we're helping teachers bring more opportunities, creativity, and learning into their classrooms every day. iHeartRadio's Think a Teacher, powered by Donors Choose, making a real difference for teachers and students. And we're not done yet. Keep listening as we get ready to recognize and reward some truly inspiring educators. Celebrate this year's incredible teachers and the difference they're making at iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
From the studio who brought you the #1 podcast, The Piketon Massacre. This is Murder 101.
A group of high school students started a project to research a string of unsolved murders.
Those murders happened in the mid-1980s.
He's out there doing stuff. He just didn't stop.
What if this guy's still alive? Like, what if he comes after us?
For 3 decades, the mystery remained unsolved.
It wasn't just a class assignment, it was real life.
These women really deserve justice. They were just living their lives, and they had their whole lives ahead of them.
There's a pretty good chance he's still alive.
It was a little scary, I'm not going to lie.
Once you start getting a few tips or a few leads, then the cold case isn't so cold anymore.
What seemed like an ordinary high school class turned out to be anything but.
Listen on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and listen now.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. Our blood runs orange.
That's what I do! That's what I do!
You heard the beat drop, so you know exactly what it is. WWE Hall of Famer and World's Strongest Man, the Mark Henry, brings you his World's Strongest Take. Take it away, big fella.
Hardge.
Yes?
You know what time it is?
What time is it?
It's time for the World's Strongest Take by the World's Strongest Man. Eric, back then they didn't know me, but now that I'm hot, they are all on me. Another edition, guys. Here we are. I was going to go so negative. I really was. I was going to go negative. But after that, That was negativity at its highest. Brandon Ayuk right now is like, hey, Lee, y'all didn't want to bring me back in. I thought, listen, I tried to told you that these guys was wicked. You got a coach that's out there doing bad. You got an owner that's doing worse. He's trafficking. Like, well, what is going on? And y'all want to be mad at me. Okay. Not going to go there. But guys, last night, Kyle Riley hit 3 home runs in the same game. Never did it in his career. Last year, he should have won the MVP, but did not. Had one of the most historically great years for a catcher of all time. And this year, guys, it was no bueno. Hey, boss, the new guy, he is
no good.
He's no good. That's the season that he's had. But lately, Kyle Riley has started to shine. And then last night he goes off. And, hits 3 home runs, as I mentioned. It's curious to me that it took the entire season for him to, the last 3 games, have a home run in all 3 games. When there was like a 50-game stretch where he had 16 home runs. 50 games? Zero. 7. He might as well be 6 home runs. Might as well be 0. I'm wondering, and I think my take is this. The focus of Kyle Riley was off. He never experienced at any level in his career that kind of success. And it was hard for him to deal with. But now he's in a situation of, well, we ain't going, we can make the playoffs. If we can get in here, then I can clean up how I failed this year. That's my take. Hardge, what say you?
Well, like anything, when it comes to baseball, it's a game of failure. It's a game that will humble you immediately. It's the game where you can go 3 for 10 and be considered great. This game is built around great players that can make things happen either at the plate or on the mound. Kyle Riley just had a bad year. I mean, he did a lot last year. He put up big numbers, big race. There was a lot that was going on with him. He struggled. But one thing that hasn't struggled is him behind the plate. He's been very good again defensively as a catcher. And yes, we got enamored with his home runs. He was a jolly old fella, and everybody was excited for him. But this game will humble you. And whatever, you can't take it for granted. Every at-bat is important. As Coach Schlossnagle tells us every time we talk to him, today's a new day. It doesn't matter what you did yesterday, and it doesn't matter what you're going to do tomorrow. What are you going to do in this moment? And last night, Kyle Riley had his moment. But this is the time of year, if you're a baseball team or a fan, and you're a fan of the Mariners, this is the time you want him to get hot.
Right.
Because you are still in the mix. When you look at the division, the Rangers are now in first place in the AL West with the Astros, who made all the changes that they did by firing their GM, and it looks like they're not going to have their manager back for next year either. They told him,
you ain't got to go home.
Hey, man, good luck to you. Hope somebody picks you up, but it won't be in H-Town.
Oh, they sent him one of those WWE letters. Good luck to you in your future endeavors.
Future endeavors. We wish you nothing but the best. And the Mariners are 3 games out of first place. They're 3 games out of first place in being in the playoffs. And this is what I told you a couple weeks ago when we started talking baseball again. I said that division is one that I always watch at the end of the year because the Astros, the Rangers, and the Mariners are going to be battling to see who is going to win that pennant in the AL West.
Wow.
It happens every single year. Every year, except for a few years where the Astros were just so dominant. They were just way too dominant. But the Rangers now are in first place with a 500 record.
I'm not going to go against you no more, especially when it comes to baseball, because, like, I'm looking at this guy, and I'm like, wow, what failure. I mean, you go 50 games and hit 6 home runs, and then now you get in the last 7 games, and you hit 3 home runs last night, and then the 3 games previous you hit home runs.
Right. Well, here's the other thing. People thought
that's
Fernando,
6 home runs in basically 7 games.
Yeah, and then you look at what happened with Fernando Tatis Jr. People thought he was done. All he did was come out and bang, bang, he hit that thing, and now he's on fire again. And you start to understand this.
They're trying to get that Reggie Jackson. They're trying to get that Mr. October moniker.
I'm telling you, man, it's just the way the game is played, and the big-time players know when it's time to turn it on. And that's exactly what they're starting to do. If you get Cal Raleigh going, you got Julio Rodriguez in center field, and if he can continue to stay getting after it, that's a solid team in Seattle. The thing is, that AL West, most of the time, if you're 63 and 69, you think it's pretty much over for you, but you're looking at the people in front of you and you see that they're 66 and 66. You got a chance to
got a chance. There's a chance. You think I got a chance?
I think you got a chance. Hour number 2 in the books. Coming up next, we got the final hour. The Cowboys, Schottenheimer talking about the quarterback position, and the Houston Texans are in Carolina for a joint practice. They made 2 moves. One of them has a local feel to it. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app. Before kickoff, check the essentials. Burnt orange shirt? Check. Longhorns hat? Check. Game day snacks? Check. Friend who says, Texas is back after every first down? Unfortunately, check. Now complete your game day lineup with an ice-cold Bud Light, which is the official domestic beer of Texas Athletics. Because Longhorn football season is here, and Saturdays are easy to enjoy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
No required subscriptions, no trial periods, no surprise charges, no monthly fees. iHeartRadio is different. It's 100% free. Download the iHeartRadio app now.
Help your kid excel in math and love it at Brilliant.org.
For all the things you have to do and places you need to be, let Uber take you there. Because there are nights out, airport trips, and car troubles in your area. There are drivers in your area. Uber. Request a ride today. Wait time varies. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Hear that? That's Alka-Seltzer, the sound of fast heartburn relief. Because when heartburn hits, you want something that works fast. Quick. Alka-Seltzer. Alka-Seltzer effervescent tablets start neutralizing stomach acid in seconds. So nothing works faster for heartburn relief. Next time, when that burning feeling comes on strong, don't wait. Quick. Alka-Seltzer. Try Alka-Seltzer. Use as directed.
Bubba Wallace here from 2311 Racing. You know what's slower than a pace car? Waiting at the car wash. That's when I fire up Chumba Casino. It turns those slow minutes into fast fun. With new games every week, you'll never get bored. Next time you're stuck in the slow lane, speed up with Chumba. Play now at ChumbaCasino.com. Let's Chumba.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
This is The Kid with Audiovisual Consultations.
And I'm Tom McKay, owner of Audiovisual Consultations.
And we wanted to prepare you for another incredible season of sports. Football is upon us.
And hockey season is upon us too.
And everyone here at ABC wants to make you feel like the real winner, even if your team doesn't make it to the playoffs.
Well, I know you're not talking about the Stars, so you must be talking about your Bruins. You're going down this year, kid. It's numbers game. Just check the stats.
Well, why not check ours? ABC has been servicing homes and businesses with surveillance, sound, and visual setups for almost 40 years, and we've never come in second place.
That's right, kid.
If you want to ensure a win this season, call Audiovisual Consultations. We've got a roster of cool stuff, and we're ready to play.
Just give us a call at 512-255-8678. That's 512-255-8678.
Even if your team doesn't take home the cup this season, remember to hug your kids, laugh with strangers, and make love to whoever the hell you want. That's 512-255-8678.
Find your iHeartRadio everywhere. There are hundreds of ways to experience iHeartRadio at home and on the go, beyond the iPhone and Android app and at iHeartRadio.com. Here's another way to connect to iHeartRadio. Vizio TVs. iHeartRadio is coming into your living room on your Vizio TV. Check your TV remote for the iHeartRadio button for one-click access, or visit the Vizio SmartCast app store and make sure you log in with your iHeartRadio account so all your favorites are there and ready for you instantly. All your music, radio stations, and favorite podcasts available for you on the biggest screen in your home. iHeartRadio and Vizio. Check it out for free now. iHeartRadio. Anywhere you want to listen, iHeartRadio is there.
This is KVET AM Austin, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, an iHeart radio station, and your home for the Horns. Guaranteed human.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns. 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to the third and final hour of the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. As we told you before, we are a 3-hour show now, so make sure you start getting up early with us. I know you're going to get your coffee. I know you're going to sit there and get your mind right. What better way to kick off your day than with Hardball Hardge and, of course, the world's strongest man, the Mark Henry. We talked a lot about Texas football all morning long, the SEC and what has happened with this, the college football situation. Protect college sports, as the SEC left a message saying that this is not right. We need to be moving on from that. But let's get to the NFL, where actual teams will be playing, and of course, there will be some players that don't go back to college and play. They'll play actual games in the NFL.
Taking shots.
Yeah, I got to. Ping, pew. And then you start to look at, well, the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys are 2-0 on the preseason. A lot of good film out there on a lot of guys, including that quarterback position. When you look at what Joe Milton has been able to do, you can also look at Sam Howell, what he's been able to achieve as well. You start to look and see that these guys are doing some positive things and helping their case for the next move. So Coach Schottenheimer was talking a little bit about these guys and how he's seen the growth.
Just the poise that he's playing with right now. But you asked about one thing that jumped out. I think the touch on the double move to Mingo was a beautiful, beautiful throw. The touch on the scramble play to Camden Brown was a beautiful deal. Honestly, last year, this time, on the touchdown to Malik, it's probably from me to you, and he probably would have blistered it at Malik, and probably would have put a dent in Malik's chest because he's capable of doing that. But, he just kind of softened his elbow and just kind of flicked it and made it really easy for Malik. So really, two really, really good performances. And I think, quite honestly, if you would just take the training camp competition, it's probably neck and neck, and Sam maybe a little bit ahead. That's why we actually started Sam in the first game, against Seattle. But Joe's put together two really good performances, and this will be another fun week for them to keep battling.
Another fun week for them to keep battling. I know yesterday we thought, and I thought that he had pretty much solidified that number 2 spot, but it sounds like Shotty is still going to give Sam Howell an opportunity to do that. But he did mention the growth. He saw some growth in Joe Milton, because he said he would have blistered that in there back in the day. Now he's finding that touch that you were hopeful that he would do.
And I see what they're doing now. They're alternating the styles because they had Joe Mixon. they had Joe Milton in the spread and the shotgun, and then they had Howell under the center.
Exactly.
In the last game. So they alternated the offenses so they can get work in both in different games. Now I want to see what they're going to do. Are they going to mix it this week? And Hardge, you keep telling me they're going to go with three quarterbacks.
No.
They're going to go with 4 running backs. They're going to go with 5 wide receivers. They got to do at least 8 offensive linemen and 3 tight ends. Defensively, they're not going to have – they would have to cut maybe 2 people off the offense to accommodate what they already have on defense. So they're not going to – they're at 50 – they're at 55. And they got to be at 53.
Yeah.
Who are the 2 guys that are going to be gone?
They're going to find out this weekend. They play the Saints. They're having joint practices. They're going to have the Saints. They're finally playing a home game. That'll be Friday night at 7. The Texans play the Panthers, but they're going to make some decisions by weekend. They have to.
You said Brown is not going to make it.
I'm not saying he was not going to make it. There's a lot of money. Jonathan Mingo is somebody that has to make that team. They traded for him. I think Brown does make the team, but he's not going to be one of those guys that's at the front. He may be one of those roster guys that they try to slide back into the practice squad.
They're not. You can't do that.
Trust me, I know
if Brown goes to the practice squad,
he's getting picked up.
He's going to be a Houston Texan. They need another wide receiver. Like there's about 4 or 5 teams that need another wide receiver.
I think there'll be some other guys that will be looking for jobs too that the Houston Texans will be able to get to. He may make the team. That's great. I'm excited for him. It's an undrafted story. Georgia Southern.
C.D. Pickens, Flournoy, Mingo, him,
Turpin.
Yeah.
But Turpin's
Schoonmaker is going to have to go. They already signed Trigg.
Trigg is a practice squad guy at the worst. Trigg is a practice squad guy. He's learning how to play the tight end position. He was a wide receiver at Baylor. He was a big wide receiver at Baylor. I know his OC. He was talented. I went to a Baylor game last year, but I was watching all of Baylor games, and he was always on the camera. Don't forget Josh Cameron, yeah, from Cedar Park or Vista. He was a talented guy too. He's trying to make a club. He was at Baylor. Talented. These guys, I mean, when you get to the next level, everybody good.
What I think that
even the ones that get cut, except for the ones that go back to college.
I think secondary is where they're going to have the major cuts. Everybody was talking about seatbelt, and all of them. Those couple of those guys, they didn't do well. A lot of penalties. Seatbelt had 3 penalties in one game.
Yeah.
And linebacker-wise, the Cowboys are good. Defensive line, the Cowboys are good. I just think that the secondary is where they got all those guys, and they're not going to bring in 8 of those dudes.
Well, we're going to find out. They're going to have to make sure that they have enough balance and depth at every position. They got to be able to do that.
You got to get to 53.
Yeah.
And the way that I look at it right now is 55 guys. And and somebody's going to have to go either on offense or defense. And on offense, the one guy that I left out, that's 56, is Lupke, the fullback. Lemke.
Yeah.
So then that's 50. You got to drop 3 guys now. So how do you do it?
No, well, they get paid a lot of money to figure that out. We sit back and enjoy it and try to contemplate it. So that 53 roster, everybody got a chance to make that squad. We'll see. We'll see. Somebody else that's trying to make some moves are the Houston Texans. You mentioned Jaden Higgins is going to be out for the year with a torn ACL.
Yeah.
Jalen Noel has just returned back to practice. Nico Collins, Tank Dell. But they went out yesterday and acquired Kayshon Boutte from New England, reportedly sending safety Jaden Reed in a 7th-round pick to the Patriots. Boutte, I guess I should say.
No, that's only if you're in Louisiana.
My mama lived there. So I lived there. Boutte. Yeah.
Boutte.
Yeah. He had 33 catches, 551 yards, and 6 touchdowns last season. This trade isn't just about replacing Higgins. This is because their championship window is now. They are trying to get to the championship. So what is their angle? Their angle is we got to go get guys that we feel is going to help us win ASAP because our money is getting short. We signing guys. They're about to have to pay CJ or not, whatever y'all feel. I believe CJ's getting paid. And I'm looking at, because we just had that conversation, if you don't have a quarterback, it doesn't matter what your defense does.
Well, they got CJ, so I really do. Davis Mills.
Long neck is not there. He is not the answer.
He is not it.
His neck looks like that thing that
he got a turtleneck on.
With just his neck.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with you on that. Ichabod Crane.
E.T.
Yeah. He's fun home.
He need to go home.
Davis Mills is the answer.
Why does he try to scramble and he's not fast?
And he's just trying to extend.
He make bad decisions.
Hey, look, here's the deal. He can win you one, Cooper Rush. He can win you
Get you one game.
He can get you one. He can change it.
And then once they see the speed and they got a little game plan film, they like, oh, yeah, we got it.
Yeah, he does. He did some good things for the Texans, and that's why he will be the Cooper Rush of the Houston Texans.
He served his time.
He's a guy that they looked at. He started the season for him one year.
And he did.
Yeah, and they realized we got to go draft CJ. We got to go get something done. Man, let's not beat up Davis Mills today. Davis Mills, I like him. They're doing a joint practice with the Panthers. They're in Carolina. That's why we didn't get our guy Mark Vandermeer today. He told me he had to travel. They're out there. But what we do have is our guy Q Myers of Raider Nations Radio. He'll be joining us to talk about Ashton Genty, what's going on with Max Crosby, the new head coach, and of course, Fernando Mendoza. All that and more right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app.
Mike, who told you that I wake up at 5 a.m.?
Your new alarm clock?
I'm about to put that alarm clock in the Hall of Paint.
After the show, big man?
Starting August 17th, the Morning Kickoff with Mike Hardge and Mark Henry will be on from 6 to 9 a.m. on Austin's AM 1300 The Zone and free on your iHeart Radio app.
It's almost time for Kickoff. Brought to you by Bud Light.
Breaks a tackle, 30, turns down the sidelines. Say goodnight to this one. Touchdown, Texas.
Listen to every play, every touchdown, every win on 1300 The Zone.
Fires for the end zone. It's intercepted. Kicked off. This ball game is over.
Today's countdown is
11 days.
Presented by Bud Light all season long on the free iHeartRadio app.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival,
presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena.
Stream it live on Disney Plus and Hulu. And keep listening for the next chance to win your way to be there.
Some apps say they're free, Then come the fees. Not the iHeart app. It's 100% free. No required subscriptions to access the best live radio stations, free playlists, podcasts, and more. Download the free iHeart app today.
iHeartRadio.
From the Lorenz and Lorenz Traffic Center.
We have an accident blocking 2 left lanes, 35 southbound right after 620, causing a 47-minute delay. Also, an accident blocking the right lane, 35 northbound at Onion Creek Parkway. That's an 11-minute delay there. And then finally, we have a shoulder that's blocked due to an accident, 183 southbound at Duval Road. That's a 10-minute delay. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by RockAuto.com.
Oof. Shocking time to lose a whole strut.
Ugh, comedy is not your thing. But I do know that Rock Auto has what I need to fix it.
With parts shipped right to your door. No kidding.
All the parts your car will ever need, Rock Auto.
Something big is coming. On September 2nd, DraftKings Game Day arrives with exclusive deals and an all-day celebration built for sports fans. The countdown has begun and all roads lead to game day. The DraftKings Sports app is now live in all 50 states. That means, yes, Texas, every fan is in on the excitement. One app, every sport, all 50 states. DraftKings Game Day is yours. Remember, September the 2nd, DraftKings Game Day is the kickoff of a new season, a new era, and the biggest day in sports history. New DraftKings customers sign up with code AM1300, spend $5 to get $200 in rewards within 21 days. That's code AM1300 in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days and click to claim issue in non-withdrawable prediction dollars which expire in 1 year. Terms at dkng.co/prediction promos. Nationwide based on sportsbook predictions and free-to-play sports contest availability. Varies by state.
Want more than just awareness for your business? An iHeartMedia partnership can help drive action through sweepstakes, ticket giveaways, listener contesting, and local media. Attach your business to high-energy music moments built to grow awareness, engagement, and leads. Get started at iHeartAdvertising.com.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Let me get personal here. Have you ever wiped with a piece of dry single-ply toilet paper and wondered, is this as good as it gets? Well, it's not. It gets a lot better than that. Right, Todd? Wouldn't you say that Dude Wipes gets a whole lot better?
Much better.
Thank you. So no matter the size of your mess from top to bottom, Dudes has you covered, confidently covered. They comfortably clean up what TP leaves behind for no more maintenance wipes. No way. Irritation, not a chance. Time to make the trade of the season and switch from toilet paper to wet, extra large Dude Wipes and start experiencing the confident clean of Dude Wipes. Made from 99% water and plant-sourced fibers, coming in a variety of scents and sensations like mint chill and Shea Shea butter to protect your end zone. Join the movement for cleaner movements and live in a skid-free zone. Available at Amazon and major retailers nationwide. Dude Wipes, best clean, hands down.
Flowers eventually wilt, greeting cards end up hidden in a drawer, but imagine giving someone special a meaningful song written just for them. Their unique story, their best memories, their favorite moments, all turned into a beautiful song they'll want to listen to again and again. Whether it's for an anniversary, birthday, wedding, or just because, Smile Tunes creates truly special gifts that they will never, ever forget. Visit SmileTunes.com and don't just say I love you, sing it with Smile Tunes.
Texas women's basketball plays here.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app. Mike Hardball, Hardge, WWE Hall of Famer, and World's Strongest Man, the Mark Henry. this radio business is crazy at times. It gives you a lot of joy to be in covering certain sports and certain teams, but it also drives you crazy. But it brings you into contact with certain people. We were at Big 12 Media Days when I first met my guy, Q Myers, and he was somebody that immediately I had a vibe with. Like, it was automatic. Not necessarily just because he was working in the 254, but it was more about the fact of who he was as an individual. We have been rocking ever since. We try to make sure that we give each other love when we get a chance. And Q, I want to thank you first and foremost for the wisdom that you have given me across my journey and all the things that I've been doing. And I also want to give you your flowers because you are somebody that started in Central Texas and now have flourished so well. So I just wanted to let you know that I'm very proud of who you are and what you've become, my man.
Did your voice just crack?
Appreciate you.
Make sure you get his mic. Make sure his mic is working. Something's not hit right real quick.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? You okay? You got me?
Check your mute real quick, Q. Just gave you that great intro, man.
No,
I know you can hear me, but we can't hear you.
Yeah,
Dang
no,
it.
I should be
Gotta
good.
get that figured out.
Hold on. Let me try another mic.
Stream.
Yeah, we did that yesterday.
Yeah, I'm about to call you,
mic?
Q.
Can you hear me okay on this mic? Oh, man.
I'm gonna call him. Yeah, this is we got to get this figured out because it's happening a little bit too many times, and it changes the flow of the show for sure. But Mark, he is somebody that is that has been very, very special.
Always like to see the local guy, go to a bigger market and make it. And once they make it, they still stay true to the people at home.
Yeah.
And for him to be able to still make contact with you
and
to talk to you and say, hey man, I'm gonna come on with you. That's beautiful.
Yep. This is my guy, Q Myers. And Q, sorry about that, man. We'll get that figured out. But after that great intro, I kind of messed it all up, but I appreciate you, dog.
No problem, man. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened, but yeah, we should be good now, man. That was a great intro, and it's always good to be rocking with you guys, man. And yeah, I want to make sure we get this right. This has got to be good, man. You guys are family.
I appreciate that. Q, let's get right into it. The reports came out on Monday that Ashton Genty suffered a sprained ankle. The early indications say that it's nothing that is expected to be long-term. When you look at this injury and not being able to put weight on it, how bad, well, not how bad, how is this offense going to work without him in it?
Yeah, man, it was scary. It really was, being there at practice on Sunday and see him go down and see the way that the team reacted. And you know how it is, man, in professional sports when a team really reacts to the point of you're whoa, this is bad, right? I mean, everyone took a knee as they always do. And then he came off the field. He couldn't put any weight on his leg. And then they took another knee. And then they, had a moment of silence almost and like a team prayer. And I'm thinking, oh, my goodness, we're on the inside facility, so we can't really see, exactly what it was. It looked really bad. But to hear the later reports that it was a sprained ankle, we just don't know the severity of it. I think that they avoided a major, I should say, catastrophe. So it was good to hear that. But now we don't know how bad it is. We'll talk to Clint Kubiak, the head coach, today. So hopefully we'll get some clarity. But, I mean, he's the straw that stirs the drink, man. He really is. Between him and Brock Bowers, they're the ones that are going to make this offense go. So him missing time is a bad deal.
It is a bad deal, but the good thing is we got a chance last year to see Mike Washington Jr., the running back out of Arkansas. I think the way he ran against Texas got him drafted by the Raiders. What has he shown you since he's been there?
He's been really good so far. He's been, that guy that you're pretty excited about. He's had a couple big runs so far in the preseason games, but I keep cautioning everyone, don't get too hyped up by what you've seen in the preseason and the success he's had in the preseason. Not saying he can't do it, but again, man, we've seen a lot of guys have a ton of success in the preseason, and then all of a sudden in the regular season, the lights are a little bit different, right? The speed of the game is a little bit different, and I'll say this, man, he's gotten caught from behind a couple times, right? I said it the other day that that those long runs that he had in the preseason, those are Ashton Genty touchdowns, not just a 53-yard gain or a 33-yard gain. Those are Genty touchdowns. So there's just different levels between the two guys. But you do feel good that if he has to hold it down for Ashton for maybe a game or two, that he'll probably be able to do that. But for the long term, Ashton Genty's that guy. He's been considered the Christian McCaffrey of this, Raiders offense. So you know how important Christian McCaffrey is. So, that's why Ashton is critical to have him back.
Well, it was great. I was about to mention that you had that big heater back there backing Genty up. But let's get to the matter at hand. I want to be a part of the new fan club for your quarterback, your rookie quarterback, because I have you had a conversation with him, and how did that conversation go?
Yeah, I mean, what you see is what you get with Fernando Mendoza. I mean, everything is so funny, man. People always wonder, is he really that guy? When we see his interviews, is that who he is in person? That's exactly who he is. I've had some conversations, more in a kind of a scrum type approach, but we still have had time to catch up with him. And, he's authentically himself, man, and he wants to be great. And he really is particular about the dotting the I's and crossing the T's. And as he always says, I don't want to stay the same level. I want to make sure I'm getting better and being the best Fernando Mendoza I can be every single day. And, oh, by the way, I got to better serve my teammates every single day. And he's going to have some bumps in the road, right? You've seen him have those bumps in the road already in the preseason. But the good thing is, if you really watch what he's doing, he doesn't really go back and make that same mistake twice, which has been critical. The first preseason game he played in, he actually was under center 10 snaps in that game. He was only in under center 5 snaps his whole year last year in Indiana. So obviously that's something new that he's learning, but he's willing to do that. He's at the team hotel working on taking snaps from center. He's grabbing any center, like, hey, let's just take some snaps. Let's take some snaps. He's trying to go through repetition. So he knows where he needs to get better at, and he's working at it. And now it's up to the Raiders to do better by him, making sure the offensive line is in place, making sure the weapons are in place. And again, going back to Ashton Genty, that's another reason why they're going to need him as well.
Need to make sure y'all get over and follow your boy Q254. That's right, 254 on social media. And Q, we talked about Ashton Genty. We talked about Fernando Mendoza, but we got to talk about the guy that is stirring the drink, as you mentioned. That's the head coach, Clint Kubiak. Forget about the scheme and all that stuff. What's been the biggest cultural difference that you noticed since he has taken over this football team?
He's just all about ball, man. I mean, anyone who's played sports at any level could appreciate what he's all about. He is all about ball. And I didn't know how that was going to go over with the teammates. I didn't know how much they were going to, lean into that and really buy into his approach. But they have all bought into it. They all say that they're rowing in the same direction. And, he's not going to give you too many jokes. He's not going to make you laugh too often, but he's going to tell it how it is. I mean, I asked him a question straight up about the joint practice last week with the Texans in the game. And I said, what'd you learn about your wide receiver room? And he said, I learned that we need to step up. Learned that we took a step back, that we need someone to step up in a hurry because, we got a game coming up. And I mean, he's very blunt about it. He sends his message. He doesn't say a whole lot, but he's all about ball. He's all about getting a winning culture. And, and when you get to the facility, you handle your business, right? And you do it at the highest level. And it's no Pete Carroll, like games being played at practice. There's no big, inflatable balls with the coaches inside of him. And there's no WWE, no disrespect going on there. There's nothing like that, right? Because there was some shenanigans going on at practice last year. There's none of that. It's all business, all straight to the, all straight to the point.
Q, we talked a lot about offense. Now we got to get to defense. What is going on with Max Crosby? Do you feel like that there will be a move made, or is he committed to being there and saying, you know what, I'm just going to do what my contract has me doing?
Yeah, he's committed to being a Raider. He's pretty excited about being a Raider and all the moves that they've made. He loves the coaching staff. Robbie Leonard, who's the new defensive coordinator, was his guy. He was a defensive line coach at first, and now he's a defensive coordinator. So he's excited about that. But I'll say this. I mean, it's not going to stop teams from calling and asking if he's available, especially a team, say the Cowboys, that feel like they might be one Max Crosby away. They're not going to say, well, he's happy, we're going to leave him alone. They're going to call and say, what is it going to take to get him? And the Raiders have showed their hand already. They showed that they're willing to trade him. So, those conversations are going to keep happening. If this team starts out, say, 1-3, 1-4, 2-5, what's stopping the Raiders from saying, yeah, we need some more talent, let's go ahead and flip him? So as happy as he is with the team, I still wouldn't be shocked if they move him by the trade deadline, especially if he comes out the gates and he looks like the old Max Crosby, which he's looked so far in camp. I mean, the dude's been looking like he's trying to wreck shop in training camp, let alone during the regular season. So, yeah, I mean, look, he's happy, but calls are going to keep coming. And the Raiders have already showed they'll flip him once. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did it again, especially if things don't start out right for him.
And that's just with his own team.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. He goes one speed the whole time. He doesn't know, that's my own teammates, I got to slow down. Him and Kirk Cousins got into it because he got too close to the quarterback. They got the red jersey on. He don't see the red jersey, right? And he's just going after it, man. Max is Max, and you just can't really change the guy who he is.
Q, we're going to let you go with this. And again, make sure you follow him on social media if you're a Raiders fan or you just want great content, because my man is one of the hardest working dudes I've ever been around. I'm going to leave you with this big picture question for you. Are the Raiders really believing that they can do something, or are they rebuilding? Are they trying to convince everybody else that they're not rebuilding? They're just trying to do what's best out there in the West?
No, I mean, they're letting everybody know that they're rebuilding. They are. I mean, look, they won 3 games last year. So I look at it like if they win 6 games this year, that's a success in year 1, right? My expectations are not higher than that. Raider fans don't like to hear that, but that's the reality of it. This team's got a long way to go. And, oh, by the way, they're in the AFC West with the Broncos, the Chiefs, and the Chargers, who are all pretty much playoff teams. The Chiefs weren't last year, but you've seen Denver and the Chargers be playoff teams. So they've got a lot of room to grow, but that's the thing about it. They've got time to grow. They've got a young core, and they've got their young quarterback. So that's the most important thing. But, yeah, it's definitely a rebuild with this team.
My boy Q is like a Jamaican, man. He got 13 jobs. He's done it
13 jobs, man.
Successful. He continues to grind it out. And make sure you get over and follow him on social media at your boy Q254. He's also at the Las Vegas Sports Network, Raider Nation, ESPN Las Vegas, Fox Sports. I mean, he does it all. If there's job to be done and it has something to do with sports, my man Q is at the front of the line. You can also hear him on ESPN Radio Game Night a lot of the nights as well. As always, Q, man, I appreciate you. Keep up the great work, man. And I'm a phone call away, brother.
Absolutely, man. When I get to Austin, man, I got to come hang out with you guys, man. Keep up the great work.
Appreciate it, man. There he is, Q Myers of Raiders Nation, joining us right here on Sports Talk Radio. He is dialed in as they come when it comes to understanding what's going on with the Raiders and, of course, what's going on in the NFL West of the AFC. Coming up next, we're going to continue these conversations. We got a couple questions that I need to have answered. That's right. Some winners and losers right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
From the Lorenz and Lorenz Traffic Center.
Brand new wreck to report. This is going to be Mopac northbound at Bee Cave Road, about a 9-minute delay right there. Also, an accident is blocking the right lane. This is a 9-minute delay here northbound on 35 at Onion Creek Parkway. Finally, stop-and-go traffic, 290 westbound between FM 1100 and FM 973, a 15-minute delay. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Bet Online.
Ready to play? From exciting slots and classic table games to immersive live dealer action, Bet Online brings the thrill of the casino wherever you are. Enjoy the freedom of online gaming at Bet Online, where the action moves with you and every moment is yours.
Longhorn Nation, the Texas women's basketball team is ready to make more history. After back-to-back Final Four appearances, Coach Vic Schaefer returns a championship contender and welcomes a loaded 2026 recruiting class featuring 5 top 25 national recruits. Be there for every big moment at Moody Center. A limited number of season tickets are available now, starting at just $100. Season tickets are the only way to guarantee your seat for every home game. Get yours today at TexasLonghorns.com/tickets. Welcome.
Did you know Skechers makes high-performance footwear for almost every sport you play? Here's what our athletes are saying.
Hi, I'm pro basketball player OG Anunoby. I dominated in Skechers basketball. Skechers delivers championship-level performance.
I'm WNBA star Jackie Young. Skechers keeps me quick, comfortable, and ready for anything.
And you can get high-performance Skechers and hands-free slip-ins technology. Just step in and perform.
I'm pro golfer Matt Fitzpatrick. I play in hands-free Skechers golf slip-ins.
Find yours at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or whatever high-performance sports shoes are sold.
It's a sale. Right now, any service needed for your vehicle is on sale at Leaf Johnson Ford on Airport and Koenig in Austin. And we're wide open. Tires, brakes, oil changes for only $39.99 with synthetic blend oil, tire rotations, alignments, you name it. And Leaf Johnson Ford in Austin has it on sale. Can't come see us? We'll come see you with our mobile van, or we'll come pick it up and bring it back to you. Go to leafjohnson.com and schedule your service, or come see us. Leaf Johnson Ford, Airport and Koenig.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Hi, how can I help?
Well, my husband and I feel like we've outgrown our current money manager.
I see.
Our lives have changed, and we need something more than just mutual funds to help us in retirement.
She's right.
I hear that often. At Fisher Investments, we'd start by getting to know you, your finances, family, health, lifestyle. We tailor a portfolio around your goals and needs.
Sounds good.
Can you help with estate planning?
Yes, we have a team of specialists who can help you with estate planning, Social Security, investment income, and more. We'll get to know your whole financial picture and help keep you on the path to a comfortable retirement.
And your fees?
We have a simple, transparent fee that's a percentage of the value of your portfolio. So we do better when you do better.
I feel better already.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com/different. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
Your Austin area weather, a heat advisory remains in place through Wednesday evening. Sunshine for your Tuesday, a high of 103. Tonight's low 76. Wednesday, sunshine, a high of 104.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know there's a better way to do things, like bundling your home and auto insurance with Allstate. Why make things harder than they need to be? There's a better way to save time and money. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
College football will hijack your weekend, ruin your sleep, and break your heart. And that's why we make the Solid Verbal College Football Show. I'm Ty Hildenbrand. He's Dan Rubenstein. Every week, we preview the games that matter and the storylines that are going to ignite your group chat.
And you can join us in the aftermath as we react to what happened, why it matters, and how the sport went completely bonkers yet again.
Download the free iHeartRadio app, search for the Solid Verbal College Football Show, and listen now.
It's the Craig Way Show with the voice of the Longhorns, Craig Way. Weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m. Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
Microphone over here getting busted up. Great stuff from our man Q Myers. Outstanding performance as always. I want to get into this conversation, Mark, because I need you to answer some questions for me. We got some quick hitters on this winners and losers. I'm going to go with the losers. The NCAA rule book. How you feel about that? When the courts actually give us different injunctions in different jurisdictions for different answers, what rule book are we actually playing under?
None. Losers. Because they will not make have mandates that put down rules that you have to follow. This is what the rule book is. We've said this is what we're going to go with. Let's go with it till we find something different. They haven't done it. They haven't done it yet.
It is not going to happen. The other part of it is you start to understand that we are living in a time where envelopes are being pushed, whether it's cash envelopes, whether it is blurring the lines, as you mentioned early. It is, let's see how far we can actually let's see how much we can get away with. That is where we are right now.
Yeah.
Because what's happening is you are going as far as you could possibly go. You get told no, and then all of a sudden you go to a judge and they say, oh no, you get an injunction for this. You can get a temporary restraining order. Yes. And this restraining order
you can
is
do
good
it now
for a year. Well, by that
It's
time,
ridiculous.
you've already done.
And you ruined thousands of kids' high school and college experience.
Yes. Because there will be a kid going home pretty soon from LSU.
Yeah.
If they do what they're planning on doing. All right, here's another one. Loser. This week is cut week. Some guys are going to be cut from the NFL jobs. What do? Do they get picked up by others, or do they go to the other leagues? Do they try to go play in the UFL, CFL? Are they going to continue to have that dream, or are they going to be some practice squad?
I say winner because of the experience. Everybody's not going to make it, especially in football. To cut down from 91 to 94 to 53.
Yep.
A lot of those guys' experience is going to be in the UFL,
yeah.
Playing in Canada, playing in Germany and different places. That's going to be playing in arena ball.
Yeah.
Like that's going to be your experience because talent is at a premium in the NFL. And even those guys, while they're there, if they're lucky, they get 3 years.
Yep.
If they're lucky.
All right. So winners. Let's go to some winners. Kayshon Boutte and the Houston Texans. I think this is a win move for them. I think this is something for C.J. Stroud to really dial in on. And this shows me that the Houston Texans are truly getting to that point.
They're trying to win.
Where they're trying to win.
It's a win-win because he and Collins are almost the same guy. The same yardage per catch within like a yard. The production, how many catches, how many touchdowns. They have to get Dell fixed. If they can get the deep threat, up the hash guy, long post, Houston wins a lot of games.
Yep, I'm excited for Houston as well. And my last one, Joe Milton. Is he the winner of the quarterback 2 position, or does it have to do with what happens in this final game versus the New Orleans Saints this week?
I think that it's a win for Joe Milton. And the reason I say that is because of he has excelled and he changed. There's a lot of people that growth. There's a lot of people that are good enough. Howell is good enough, but did he change? He's who we thought he was. Joe Milton, descriptively by Coach Shotty. He could have last year. He could have ripped the guy in half, but he took something off of it with touch.
Yeah,
he changed. So, change, growth. I think it's a win for Joe.
I like it. I like it. When we come back, we'll have our final drive, 11 days from Texas versus Texas State at DKR Texas Memorial Stadium, with the voice of the Texas Longhorns, our guy Craig Way, leading the way. We'll close it out and got some more from Coach Sark on the 5 for 5 right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app. Mark, they gave us an extra hour.
Did management approve this?
They did. but they may regret it.
More Longhorn, more football,
I don't have time to have a bad time.
and more of my take.
I think that's what they're all worried about.
You can't win games like that, Hard.
The morning kickoff starting August the 17th, weekdays from 6 to 9 a.m. on AM 1300 The Zone and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
From the Lorenz and Lorenz Traffic Center.
Brand new wreck to report. This is going to be Mopac northbound at Bee Cave Road, about a 9-minute delay right there. Also, an accident is blocking the right lane. This is a 9-minute delay here northbound on 35 at Onion Creek Parkway. Finally, stop-and-go traffic, 290 westbound between FM 1100 and FM 973, a 15-minute delay. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Audible. When you start listening to books on Audible, traffic might seem like less of an annoyance and more of an opportunity for another chapter. Audible, stories that speak to you. New members can start listening with a 30-day free trial at audible.com.
It's time to upgrade your drive with the great folks over at Covert Chevrolet in Hutto, Texas. Get a new 2026 Chevy Tahoe LS and save $5,173. That means you get a chance to take home this spacious and capable SUV your family deserves. But hurry, the offer ends August 31st. Take that short drive and visit the great folks at Covert Chevy on Highway 79 in Hutto, Texas, or shop online at covertchevyhutto.com.
Looking for a gift that'll melt their heart? Head to smiletunes.com and create a custom song made just for your special someone. Every lyric tells your story. Every note comes from the heart. Visit smiletunes.com and start your song today.
For all the things you have to do and places you need to be, let Uber take you there. Because there are nights out, airport trips, and car troubles in your area, there are drivers in your area. Uber. Request a ride today. Wait time varies. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hi, thanks for calling Uline.
Wait, did the phone even ring?
Nope.
Okay, so you answered before the ring, but now you're going to put me on hold, right?
We don't do that here. We're real people answering the phone, ready to help with your order when you are.
Uline has thousands of quality products for your business and warehouse needs, always in stock, ready to ship same day, and backed by Uline's legendary 24/7 customer service. Uline, we warehouse for you.
I survived 9 months in captivity, and I've spent my life exploring how other people survive what should have destroyed them. I'm Elizabeth Smart, and these are the Survivor Files. Every week, I'm with survivors who lived through the unthinkable, abducted, stalked, controlled, and nearly silenced. These are stories about what it takes to make it out alive. Download the free iHeartRadio app, search The Survivor Files with Elizabeth Smart, and listen now.
Pros, find the right flooring for the job in Lowe's newly redesigned flooring showroom. Shop our expanded assortment of trusted brands and get up to 35% off style selections, Stainmaster, and Stainmaster Pet Protect Special Order Carpet. And while you're here, save $100 on the DeWalt 20-volt Max 6-amp-hour 2-pack of batteries, now just $179. Get more of what you need faster and save more where it counts from the ground up. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 8/26 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Join JB's Bat Pack at Livestrong's Run for the Roses. Sign up at 981kvet.com/JB.
iHeartRadio Did You Know? Presented by iHeartRadio. You know, what you're listening to right now. Did you know that iHeartRadio not only lets you listen to all your favorite AM/FM stations locally and nationwide for free, but iHeartRadio also has a team of people who are as passionate about music as you, working round the clock to hand curate playlists perfect for any mood or activity. We know the right soundtrack can help set the mood, change your mood, or enhance any activity. And that's why we have thousands of playlists tuned to fit any situation. The best part, you can listen to all your playlists for free. Tap the playlist tab in the iHeartRadio app and explore playlists to help you get in the zone while working out or chill when it's time to wind down. Playlists for a party, sleeping, cooking, gaming, or road tripping. Playlists curated with the best hits from every decade and playlists with the biggest hits from every genre. Tap the playlist tab and discover all the playlists available to you free from iHeartRadio. #1 for music, radio, and podcasting, all in one app.
iHeartRadio.
Listen to Texas football all season long right here on 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone. At the beginning of the show, we told you that things will change constantly, as it has. The Big Ten just passed a rule that doesn't allow a player to return from the NFL and play for a Big Ten school. ESPN is leading that report right now. Obviously, I read you what the SEC was talking about and how they were feeling about it all. Sometimes the people in the room that actually understand the things that are being jeopardized need to step up and find a way to get it done. The Big Ten taking that first step. I think the SEC is right behind that, as I told you before. But I want you to listen to Coach Sark when he was talking about the 5 for 5. And it is easy to understand that now there is no red shirt. That, to me, is easy. You got 5 years to play in the college. So if you go out and you are a true freshman, you'll get a chance to play. That's what it's all about. That is all the things that you wanted to do. And here's Coach Sark talking about what 5 for 5 truly is to him.
I like it, but I think that especially for our younger players, it's motivating for them to know, like, in any way, shape, or form, in any capacity, that they can contribute to our success on game day, that they can have a role on the team. It's worth it. If it's covering 5 kicks on kickoff, if it's getting in a game late and getting those 8 snaps at the end of a game, maybe when you have a lead, and how valuable those reps are. And then on the flip side, a guy plays 3 games early in the year and you're in week 8 and it's like, well, I don't know if I want to play Billy, because if I play him, I might burn his red shirt. Well, but he's earning his way close to playing time. We don't have to worry about that stuff anymore. Now we really can just keep developing all of our players. When they earn their opportunities, we can put them out there. They can play, they can compete. I think that is healthy for the psyche of the young men now more than ever.
Wow.
It makes sense.
Very thoughtful.
Yes.
Very thoughtful. And it makes you want to stay engaged. Like, if you feel like every year, like, you're out because they're going to go and get somebody else to take your spot, like, what's your level of comfortability?
Yeah.
Like, how can you focus?
Yep.
Not just on football, but on school, on life. Like, they have to do better. More people need to be like that.
Well, if you're looking for something to remind you of the past, all you have to do is today, Netflix came out with the testimony of Vince Young. It premieres today. It's out on Netflix. A lot of people probably have already watched it. He is now telling his story about the injuries, the loss, and what happened with Jeff Fisher and how things went down in the relationship with Coach Mack Brown. So give yourself some time today to watch the Untold, the testimony of Vince Young, and it opened up today. So make sure you make those plans to see that and check it all out. I sit here today, Mark, and you look at what's been going on in college sports. College sports and pro sports have now, they're not separated anymore. They seem to be intertwined. And I'll leave you with this, because the NIL did not destroy college sports. The portal did not destroy college sports. Revenue sharing did not destroy college sports. But the eligibility litigations, the blurred lines about what you can and cannot do as a transfer, somebody going to the league, it's created something that's much bigger than anything that we thought we were going to see. If college football wants to have professional level money, professional level television contracts, professional level players, what is the point of not acting professional? When a guy leaves and signs that contract in which we were just talking about, he is a professional. The college athlete is an NIL athlete at the college. He is not a pro athlete. He's still going to class. He's still doing everything that a normal student does.
Checking in with mom and dad.
Still looking, walking to class, taking pictures, telling mom, hey, I'm going my way to class. Coach is popping in. There is still that the serenity and the sanctuary of being a college athlete. There is still that. The joy of being a student. You're not an employee of the school, because then that's a whole nother thing to open up. My final thought on this, Mark, and you can tell me yours, is until we have the Big Ten, the SEC, the ACC, the Big 12, all these conferences saying no to those guys that have left to go on, did not withdraw their names from the draft, just so happened they didn't get drafted, you're not allowed to come here. They set the rules in place. You are not allowed to come back. What say you?
I say Lane Kiffin and anybody that does that should lose scholarships. And then they'll change their ways. They'll be like, maybe not. And it's going to destroy your locker room. You're going to bring in a guy that he doesn't know anybody in the locker room. He never went through nothing with. These guys have bled and sweat and prayed for each other when they fell. And you just going to bypass that, leap right over that boat that's right there. You just jump right over that. Okay, you got the locker next to the guy that's been producing.
Actually, you got the locker of the guy that I'm about to send home.
Which is even worse.
Yes.
So I'm just like, man, like that's too much for me. Like I'm thinking if that was my son.
Oh, man, say it's too much for me. It's just too much.
I can't afford it. It's too expensive. Like now you're gonna bring this guy in and now my son gotta leave.
Right.
Man, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And there's nothing really you could do.
It's not.
But they can. They can. All they have to say is no. We're not going to do it, just like the Big 12 Big 10. The Big 10 just did.
Yep.
No, we're not going to allow that.
Yep.
As a conference.
Agreed. But you know what's about to happen, right?
What?
They're going to go to a judge and try to sue them for that.
Oh, my God, I know, right now. Right
They've
now.
already got their lawyers already signed
They sitting
up.
in the lobby. No, they're not going to send no. They're going over there.
All they got to say is
444.
Yeah.
I'm going over there and talk to him.
The name you know, the firm you trust.
Hey, we would do a commercial for you guys.
We are here.
We're
if
here.
Your lawyers need somebody to
Bring
represent
some coffee with
you. We will represent you as you represent us. I want to thank our guy Q Myers for coming through and getting it done. As always, talking Raider Nation. I know we were being negative a lot today, but I'm
sorry, guys. We couldn't help
trying to
it.
be positive for the kids that are trying to find their way as well. I want to thank Mark Henry. I want to thank Eric. I'm your boy, Hardball Hardge. Stay locked all day. Dan Patrick, Colin Cowherd, the Craig Way Show with the voice of the Texas Longhorns, Craig Way, Bucky and BK, and, of course, you have Round Rock Express Baseball as they kick off a home series. 10 days, they are in the house. And just remember this, folks, don't believe everything you see, because even salt looks like sugar. Peace. Something big is coming. On September 2nd, DraftKings Game Day arrives with exclusive deals and an all-day celebration built for sports fans. The countdown has begun and all roads lead to Game Day. The DraftKings Sports app is now live in all 50 states. That means, yes,